Opie and Dopey.
Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them.
Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
I'm Opie.
I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio. Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun, fun, fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid.
I'm just a zilch and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio. I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshat.
And these dummies that work for us, you guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby.
Always laughing in the wrong places. Ben, where's the coffee?
E-rock.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve.
Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment.
This show is a disaster.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, bring it now.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
You bubble-headed booby. You blundering bag of boots.
You bumbling incompetent.
Oh dear, oh dear.
You will be molested.
Oh, Billy.
Was that supposed to be some kind of sick joke?
I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
Mom! I'm not the Lord. I have to do this now.
Greatest movie ever.
We were talking about that yesterday.
Yes, we were.
We were talking about a lot of things after the show yesterday.
Anytime me and Opie got to go through any kind of security, and they're in every building here in New York, and the guy runs through his list, if you have an appointment, I always think of that scene in The King of Comedy where the author is booked on Jerry's show. He goes to the back door to get in, and the old security guard's got the list, and he goes, "I'll check the list, sir. You're not on the list, sir. I will check again, sir. No, sir, your name is not on the list, sir."
Sorry, sir.
And he's every security guy in the city. Every single guy is that fucking guy.
And all
No,
these...
sir. Could you look again? I'm scheduled to be on again. I'm looking again, sir. No, your name is not here, sir.
And all these building security guys here in New York City think their shit don't stink, and
Well, they've been told by the mayor now that they are part of the security of New York.
they're the biggest jokes out there.
First line of security.
Yeah, they think they could hold back Al-Qaeda
Right.
from their building.
They're
Really?
the first line. Do you know if a guy with a bomb comes into the building, who's the first guy? Not the guy going through the revolving door leaving for lunch. Not the guy sweeping up the lobby. It's the security guy at the desk.
And I had a quick little test that I did today.
Yeah.
As far as our building goes.
Uh-huh.
I haven't even told you about this one yet, Anthony.
You're doing tests on your own time?
I want to see how good these security guards actually are.
Yeah.
Because if Al-Qaeda's coming, I don't want them taking over our building, right?
Of course, very important building here in
At
New
least
York,
our
the
building.
Steinway building.
Yeah, at least our building was smart
You
enough.
want to be safe? Sure, we all do.
I want to play chopsticks on 57th Street.
At least our building finally got smart and fired the drunk guy that slept on
Did
the
they
job.
fire him? I thought he was on vacation.
Oh no, he's done.
He was my new pal.
He's done.
I kind of was getting attached to that guy.
I turned the corner with the guy too.
I did, didn't you?
Yeah.
When we first got here, couldn't stand him.
Shouting matches every morning, all
Yelling
sorts of
every
crap.
morning.
The guy was so pissed off that he had opened the building before 8 o'clock because he had a cushy job before we started doing mornings.
No one worked in this building before 8.
No, then all of a sudden he has to open the door for us at like 5 in the morning. And
It was ungodly at that hour. We were actually getting here at 4:30 or something.
Yeah, and he wasn't happy about that at all.
No.
Because he would stumble awake and stagger to the door with the keys. I'm like, this is the building security guy.
You know he used to just sleep during that time.
Yeah.
It was total nappy time for him.
There was rumor of alcohol. I don't know. But he's gone.
Yeah.
New guy downstairs. And I was just thinking about the security we had going over to A&E yesterday. So I had a whole tray of brownies that I brought in for everybody today.
Ooh.
And I go to the security guard. He's the guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get through him, you can do whatever you want in this building.
That's
I go,
it.
hey, you want a brownie? He didn't even think twice. Grabbed one.
Really?
He got a good one.
Now, in a movie,
What if it was
that would have
laced?
had some kind of drug in it,
That's what I'm
and
thinking.
he'd have been knocked out, and then you and Hans Gruber and all the other guys could have come in, and it would have been over, Johnny.
Well, he would have passed out.
Yeah.
And then you have to drag him down the hall and into that nice closet.
Drag him by his shirt shoulders.
Yeah, where he stays
his
asleep.
legs dragging on the ground.
White socks showing.
Yeah, of course. Put him in the closet.
Where he stays asleep until the mission's done.
You got to take his shirt off, though, and put it on so you look like the security guy, so when all your guys come in,
right,
you could give him the little nod.
But
you don't look at him, you just kind of nod.
But then in the end, he wakes up just in time to, foil our mission.
Yes.
Or maybe a hero comes in and saves the day.
Or a hero,
like
sure.
the Punisher.
The Punisher! He could come
Other
in.
comedians call me the Punisher.
Oh, God, you're one of them. No, you're the Punisher. God, don't shoot me.
Yeah, Joe Rogan went off on Carlos Mencia yesterday on our show.
Oh, my God, did he?
I guess there's a video of Joe Rogan going off on Carlos Mencia up on FoundryMusic.com and OpieandAnthony.com.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our dilemma. Carlos Mencia is booked for the show next week. The Punisher will be on our show next week.
The Punisher, well, I think some people in here are going to be punished, if I may say.
The self-appointed Punisher.
The self-appointed and anointed Punisher. That is a name you absolutely can't pick for yourself.
I can't
Just
believe
stop
that went by me, and I didn't even, Rogan was so going off, I never stopped for a second. Wait a minute. They call you the No, they don't.
No, they don't. Who?
Anytime
Find me a person.
His name is brought up, it's Carlos or Mencia.
Yeah.
That's it. No one goes, you know what's coming to Caroline's this weekend?
The
Punisher.
Yeah, I'm doing a gig with the Punisher. What? Who?
Yeah.
Carlos Mencia. Oh, what? Why did you call him the Punisher?
Sounds like a wrestler in one of those.
Yeah.
Those shows with it's on basic cable.
Not Vince McMahon.
No, not that level. There's 8 people in the crowd. It's all those Mexicans that wear the masks.
It's at a high school gym.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's all
and whenever
echoey.
they hit when they hit the canvas, it sounds like it's made out of aluminum. Coming
You
to the
tell
ring.
him the Punisher's coming for him. Yeah, those are the names. The Punisher.
I want a nickname now. Like a real nickname, because I hate this Opie crap.
Well, you just got to give it to yourself.
I want to be the something.
You want the Punisher?
Yeah,
type
yeah.
thing?
And just say everybody calls you that.
Yeah, the name has to be. It has to start with the.
Uh-huh.
Like the Punisher. I want to be like.
Well, let me just scroll through instant feedback, and we'll find you one.
No. I want to be.
I know. The douchebag.
The douchebag. The ass wipe. I'm really setting myself up for a bad one today. My shallow ego. I don't know if I...
That's why they call me the douchebag.
I don't know if I can take this. All right, I'm going to take that back. Our listeners can be cruel.
You really just lobbed it over the net.
Yeah, because I'm dreaming of, my name's going to be the Executioner.
Right.
The Destroyer. Something really cool. That fits my personality in a way that makes it all right. But no, it's going to be like the douchebag.
Yeah, see, you don't want to be marshmallow ass. That never sounds intimidating. You can't say, hey, watch out for me.
I think you pick up some women like that.
Actually,
my friends call me marshmallow ass.
Marshmallow ass.
Oh, my God, he's dreaming.
They call me the Punisher.
Prozac from Whackbag is saying that Ed Asner actually did give you the name Destroyer, Opie.
Oh, that's right. Ed Asner. Yeah, there it is. That's my nickname, according to Ed Asner. The Destroyer.
The Destroyer. And Ed Asner called him that.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yep.
I am the Destroyer.
Would you step on his glasses or something?
Oh, he hated me. Absolutely hated me. No surprise there, I know.
Whackbag guys really do give themselves their own names, right?
Right.
Just like Prozac, you know? Hey, my name's Prozac. Get that name. You gave it to yourself, you know? But everyone calls him Prozac on the message board.
No, you just need the expression people.
Yeah.
It's not anybody.
People call me.
Yeah.
Well, the listeners are being really kind this morning.
Are they?
Opie's new name, Millionaire Douche Cunt. The Taint Master. The Javalog Boy. All right, you know what? Let's move on to other bits.
The main event.
Someone on the phone, the Puppy Killer, the Kid Toucher. That's Jim Norton, man.
Shit dick.
Shit dick. Lovely.
Fuckface.
Fuckface, yeah, they're coming in like crazy now.
The I cower when a guy punches my rearview mirror man.
You're not supposed to remember the bad stories.
And you can't put a sentence in behind the.
It's supposed to be the one word.
Yeah.
That sums it all up.
The coward.
The Destroyer. I like the Destroyer.
Coward.
How about the...
How about picks that one for themselves?
How about the Gregster?
The Gregster. That's a great one.
Anyway, someone is like, whoa, wait a minute, Opie, back up. You guys were at A&E yesterday. We want details.
Oh. Their security is very good over there. They have ex-cops, I guess. Because one of them remembered pulling me over and giving me a ticket.
How weird was that?
He said for a seatbelt. He had everything right, but it could not have been a seatbelt ticket. Because I just do not... The second I'm in my car, that seatbelt goes on, and I don't take it off until I get out. That's how I work. And he said it was a seatbelt ticket, but I think he gave me uninspected or something, some low-level ticket. But he remembered. My name, everything. He said, I pulled you over. It was about 5 years ago. You had the seatbelt, and you were speeding. I remember the speeding part, down the belt. I was doing about 90. Down what he later told me the cops call the killing field. That's great. You know? Could you put up a fucking sign? It's a part of the Belt Parkway, right by Bay Ridge, right after the Verrazano. It's kind of a little before and a little after the Verrazano, where I swear to God you're at Daytona. It's a turn, it's banked, it's beautiful, and you can't help but go very fast there. And the cops call it the killing field. And I got pulled over there, and he remembered everything. But ex-cops working there, that's a security. You know, you got to hand them your license. They enter it on the computer, and then spits out. They take your picture in the lobby. They take your picture, and the little ticket thing that you put on you, it gets spit out with a picture of you on it. But then you can't even use that because it's got a big stop sign on it. It says stop. So if you're walking around the halls, security sees that big stop sign, they stop you. The security guy has to then take a sticker and put it over the stop sign. So if you figure out a way to hack into the computer and print out one of those things, you still aren't going to go through the halls. This for A&E. What's going on at A&E that a terrorist is going to want to take that over? If they take over a TV network, aren't they going to want one that people are watching? NBC or something?
It wasn't about A&E, though. We learned it was because the Dutch douches are upstairs.
Oh, the Dutch consulate is in the same building. And right then when I heard that.
The Dutch douches versus the Punisher.
The Punisher.
Right when I heard the Dutch consulate was upstairs, then I just went, oh okay. Boy. Everyone's after them fucking Dutch. Who's after the Dutch?
And how can they get anything done? Forget it. Never mind. I'm not even going to try now.
Fuck. You were trying to say something and then you couldn't.
I had a joke about the army and wooden shoes.
Hey, it's the mumbler.
Stutterer.
Fuck. I know it was going to work, too.
Yeah.
I just knew. All right, anyway, so I guess we got to back up.
Ooh.
And talk about our latest TV meeting. Bill, I'm sure you could be involved in this fine discussion.
Bill's done some television. The guy's actually been on TV shows.
But for every guy like Bill Burr that's been on TV, on successful shows, you've been pitched a lot of dumb ideas, right? And had to take a lot of dumb TV meetings.
I've been the guy pitching the dumb idea. Yeah, people don't approach me with the TV idea. They look at me like, what do you got?
We go into we've taken a lot of phone calls. Say that, especially when we were off the air. Now, when we were off the air, we were looking for something to do. Couldn't be radio. We weren't allowed. We were being paid by Infinity Broadcasting to stay off the air. That's where the position they put us in.
Because they didn't want us to go up against Howard. It's a fact.
Right. But we could do other things. So our agent was fielding phone calls from, I don't know, are they production companies?
Low-level production companies.
Yeah. You know the name that turns up with a funny little graphic maybe at the end of a sitcom? You know? Sit, Ubu, sit. That old one. That's a production company. They're the ones that have the idea, that figure out who they want to do this, and go to the network that the show is airing on and say, look, here's the idea for the show, here's the idea for who we want to do it. We want it to air on your network, and here's the idea. That's the pitch. We don't get the name that you see at the end of Survivor, the end of Cops, the end of all your favorite sitcoms, Simpsons, things like that. Right. We don't get that. We get the ones you just haven't heard of.
Right.
And they pitch these shows that they have an idea for. I guess they have an idea for Opie and Anthony to participate in.
They've been trying to get us on TV for years. No one can figure it out.
No one can figure it out. Everyone seems to think there's something for Opie and Anthony to do on television. We don't want to do putting cameras here in the studio because Howard's doing that. Imus is doing it now.
We would do that if we could get our own spin. You know, if we could come up with our own spin.
Yeah, if there's something a little more unique about it.
But no one has been able to figure out that spin yet.
I'd rather just have cameras like that and actually do it and put it on the web, because I really don't see that as a fucking television show. I see it as a web thing, so people could punch in, check the show out as we're doing it live. You don't have to worry about editing things down to find the exciting moments and do that for a show. You pop in, all 4 hours are online. You can watch when you want. Something's happening, you can pop in. Things like that.
We've been trying to turn these cameras on that are in the studio. Washington watches us every day. And we're like, well, if you guys are watching us, let the fucking fans watch the show.
Yeah, just give them the URL.
It's overhead cameras. It's no big deal. You're not going to see anything too crazy. But, you know, hardcore fans would love to check in and see, oh, wow, that's where Ant sits. That's where Bill Burr is sitting.
And if we have something going on the console here,
whatever,
they could get in.
Yeah, but for some reason, we just can't figure that out.
Yeah.
One of the many things we still are trying to figure out.
Eating a bagel.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a big... Is that sesame?
It'll be as exciting as watching, paint drying. But still, there is an audience for it. People would check it out on the Internet.
But that's why I think it's more conducive to online than a television show.
Right. But our agent is just obsessed with this one production company. I don't even want to mention the name of these guys because they
had a good idea for you?
Because they have such problems that I don't want to be the one that destroys them.
Yeah.
They got such problems. And 2-3 years ago, we met with these guys because we had nothing else and we were reaching for anything. We had a really high-powered meeting with Comedy Central. We were supposed to take over the Man Show. We were about to negotiate with those guys, and then Viacom.
Same company that owned us for the radio. They're the ones that threw us off the air, so they pretty much didn't want us
on any of their properties.
Yeah.
And they own Comedy Central.
To this day, by the way, that's still going on.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want us on any of their properties.
Although Spike TV called yesterday, so we'll have to see what that's about. And I think that's still part of the Viacom family. I'm not positive. So we met with this low-level production company about 2 years ago. They had this idea that the more and more Ant and I looked at it, it's basically Mythbusters. It's Mythbusters.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love the Mythbusters.
And 2 or 3 years ago, Mythbusters didn't find an audience yet. Mythbusters is a very big show now.
Yeah.
And we've had the guys on a few times. We love
Adam
them.
and Jamie,
very fun guys. We love the show.
Guys.
We love having them on the radio. But they're pitching this show that is basically Mythbusters. And it was the same show they were pitching 2 years ago. And now they're revisiting it. And our agent got us involved with these guys again. So we're supposed to meet at their office yesterday at, 2 o'clock or whatever, so we show up. Anthony's already upstairs. I'm down on the sidewalk waiting for Anthony so we could, talk it over a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we know we're going into a disastrous situation.
Now, I just noticed. Now, we had been to other meetings. We went to a meeting at Telepictures, which you see the logo come up after a lot of the talk shows. A lot of the afternoon talk shows Telepictures did. I'm sure you've seen their logo. We've been to meetings there. When you walk into the Telepictures offices, the hallways are lined with those giant photos of the personalities that they handle.
Like
the shows that they have on.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie was part of Telepictures.
Some of those...
Jenny Jones.
Jenny Jones was one of them?
Telepictures.
All those judge shows.
All the judge shows.
Judge, whatever, schmuck.
Yeah. They were all just lined, the hallways lined, all the offices, a lot of movement going on. People walking around the hallways.
The latest furniture, well designed.
all modern looking.
And tip-top shape.
Tip-top, Opie.
All sorts of awards, like awards I don't even know.
There were Emmys.
Clios and Emmys.
And
gold records.
Gold records,
and they don't even do recording.
I saw an Oscar in the corner. I don't even know what that meant.
Have we gotten the point of professionalism across?
Yes, you have.
With this scene we're painting
of
here?
a top-notch TV production house?
Right.
Fake foliage in the corner.
Of course. The cleaned leaves. A little maid comes in every day and wipes the leaves down.
Sure.
Well, we walked in yesterday.
Well, can I pick up from... So I find out that you're already upstairs. And I'm like, all right. So I go in what looks like a broken-down warehouse, basically. Just it was like a warehouse building.
Dude, that elevator was a one-person elevator.
Well, I was in there with...
It was so small.
I was in there with another guy, and I got to the floor.
Yeah.
And I just sat there waiting for the door to open. He goes, oh, no.
You got to push it.
You got to push the door open. I'm like, oh, that's great.
It's one of these elevators that, like...
It's a freight elevator, basically, that they're making believe is a regular elevator because this is the only space they can find in New York.
But it was
what
small.
I'm trying to say here.
It wasn't even a freight elevator where you could fit freight in it. There were 2 other people in there with me, and I swear to God, we were all touching each other.
Yeah,
it was
Anthony's
that
officially gay now.
Did they have like pictures of like snuff films
right.
that they had done on the walls?
So when you walk down the hallways, I remember this bitch. We offed her in Utah.
So I go through the door that is now the reception area, and it's all boxes and the secretary that's doing nothing. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. There was I saw nothing on the walls except dirt. I noticed now people might joke that I'm a germaphobe or clean freak or something. I'm absolutely not.
No, Anthony's not.
I'm really not. This place was so unkempt. It was just the floor looked like it hadn't been vacuumed ever. There was just dust from like the ceiling on it, like ceiling tile particles on the floor. Everything was covered in a layer of dust. Like it had just been sitting there. The lamps on the desks, completely dust-ridden. Everything, dust everywhere. Old wood paneling. It just looked like an old, like a boiler room.
I was gonna say, yeah.
You know where
you know how boiler room is like the low level of the stock market, basically?
They set up banks of phones in these places until the cops come and arrest everybody
and then they
just to sell them bad stock.
And then they go somewhere else.
And then they run off and set up camp somewhere else. But you're not worried about making the place look good.
Everything's written on, like, flash paper.
Yeah, so they can dump it in the waste paper basket and set it on fire.
So Ant's in there in the office getting the big pitch from the head muckety-muck.
Yeah.
And his minions. And I walk into the office, and I'm like, hey, what's up? And he goes, this guy goes, sit down. And he points to this chair. That's like, how can you explain it?
It was like
see-through glass type of chair.
It was a chair you would see on Ronan Martin's Laugh-In. Or
Clockwork Orange?
Yeah, Clockwork Orange.
Very mid-70s.
It was plexi. It was like, Lexan, whatever that see-through stuff is. Completely see-through. And that round, molded, modular, cut out of an eggshell-shaped thing type.
Taken from the set of Rhoda.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. You're still knows. And that egg cut out of an egg-shaped thing is sitting on a trumpet bell type pedestal that's sitting on the floor, and it swivels.
And this guy is pointing to the chair, very proud of the chair, going, sit down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is he so excited about the chair?
Take a seat, me droogies.
So I sit down.
Food? All right.
So I sit down in the chair.
Don't call me dim no more.
And the guy goes, you know what you're sitting in? I'm like, no. Well, when we produced Puff Daddy's Making the Band or whatever that show was,
yeah,
number 2.
I don't even.
It wasn't even the original. We bought $100,000 worth of furniture, and they were going to just throw it all out. So we decided to take some of it back to the office. So that chair was used in the production of Making of the Band 2.
Ooh, now I'm flattered.
He's been bragging about the Making of the Band thing for many years. We cannot find any proof that he ever worked on the show, which is creepy.
I didn't even know that show came out yet.
Maybe it didn't. I don't know.
Dude, the killer thing about what they do or don't do or anything came when Opie asks them, hey, what are you working on now? Because when you go into a production company, you kind of like to know, if you can't see the pictures on the wall of all the personalities and all the shows, what they're working on at the moment. And the answer that came out...
He said he's doing a reality show based on a...
It's an equestrian reality show.
Equestrian reality show.
It's a reality show, people, based on horseback riding.
Horseback riding. And then...
Anything
like
else?
Olympic horseback riding.
And
Olympic-style horseback.
What were some of the other things he said?
The untitled Donnie Most Project.
And then he's doing something for the Travel Channel.
Yeah, its tentative title is I Still Got It.
Then there's something about...
Where'd it go? Donnie Most in the 90s.
And what were some of the other shows? The Travel Channel, where you...
It was something for the Travel Channel where you take somebody's job. It's sort of a glamour job for a week. Was that
yeah,
one.
and then he's just like, the last year has just been crazy. Everything has come together. But he's mentioning these shows, and we're like, holy shit, he's still doing nothing.
Like, what?
And then The Office had absolutely no hint that this company has been successful on any level. No hint. Right?
Well, it's because they're so busy with all the successful shows. They don't have time to hire cleaning people or put photos up.
So we're ready to go.
You know, if you the whole point I was making about the dirty office is that if you have an office where professional people are coming in, celebrities, agents, management, to get shows off the ground, whatever, you would think you would want to make a nice presentation, right? You would think it would be vacuumed and the lamps would be shined or something, just something, and that just wasn't the impression that they were giving off.
It was very obvious that they needed us way more than we needed them, and we're going to make that point in a second. But so now, we're going over the pitch because we're going over to A&E, and that's the only reason we took this meeting, because we're like, well, he did get a meeting with A&E. That's kind of strange. Something's got to be going on. Maybe he's got his shit together since the last time we talked to this guy 2-3 years ago. So we're getting the pitch together in our heads because we're going to have to present this to the bigwigs at A&E, and his idea is Mythbusters meets Jackass.
Oh, good Lord.
How do you combine those two shows?
Well,
well.
It's like Mythbusters without any of the interesting science that goes along with it. Yeah, it's like Mythbusters
with lawsuits.
Right. With lawyers and loss of finances being involved.
Right.
Just like Mythbusters, only you spend some time in court. Also defending yourself.
What myths were you guys going to bust? What was like the example?
Well, that's a good question, Bill, because, basically the pitch of the show is like, you're a bunch of guys and you always wondered things. Like, I wonder how it would be to, like, ram a car into an above-ground pool, let's say.
Right. What would that be like?
What would that be like? But see, now that we have a TV show, we could see how that's like.
Now we can all get together.
We do it.
Me, Opie, Jimmy, Bill, you're cordially invited.
Can I sit in that day?
You can sit in.
I'll be in the pool.
You can be in the pool with little swimmies on, and we'll ram the car into
it. And this is what we hear a lot.
Now, what myth are you?
There's no myth. It's just stupid things that you wondered about.
There's no myth.
How long does a car last if you do put sugar in the gas tank? That type of crap. And because Aunt and I have such great chemistry and we're brilliant. This is all stuff.
We're magic.
This was all stuff they were telling us. I'm not trying to be a cocky asshole today. The chemistry between you guys. You guys are some of the funniest guys ever. You guys will just do what you do.
Well, that's how they fill in the hole by appealing to your ego.
There's a huge hole in this pitch that exactly is filled in with.
We have a concept.
You guys will just do what you do best.
We have a concept, a car, an above-the-ground pool, car, drive into pool.
Go.
All right, all that other time for the hour, you guys just do what you do.
So then I'm starting to ask the hard questions. I'm like, well, do you have a list of things that you were thinking we should do on this show? He goes, oh, my God, I got hundreds. And then he goes, Jamie, or whoever his assistant was, go get the list. And this kid comes back with a 3-page treatment for the show that lists only 4 ideas. And that's not what I was asking for. I was asking for the big list to get a feel if this guy is even creative enough to come up with interesting things that we could show on TV.
After a year, you'd probably come up with a lot of ideas, I would think.
He still has about 4. One of his big ones is to drop a piano through a house.
Through the roof of a house. Look, Derek just went, I couldn't hear him. I saw his hands go up and saw his mouth go, what? I swear, that's everyone's reaction to this, including the fine folks at A&E.
That's going to be one of those shows where they like the whole half hour before they drop the piano into the house, they just keep raising it up.
Yeah. Now, what do you think's going to be happening here?
That's a pretty heavy piano, Opie.
What about that? I mean, it's funny. I can't even come up with anything funny about it. It's so fucking awful.
And that is what the people at A&E were picking up on.
I have to find this one. Just keep talking, Ant, about whatever.
All right. Well, we meet with them at their offices, their dirty offices, and
Please
then
save the limo for me.
Well, that's where I was going.
I know.
We're ready to go to the big A&E meeting.
I just got to find this one.
We all head downstairs and
hold on before you head downstairs. And I'm
all right. Well, now I'm stuck in the stairwell.
No, well,
what do I do?
Go back upstairs in the office and explain to
Bill.
The
door closed behind me, and now it's locked.
I understand,
but what do I do?
Explain. I think I might have found it. Explain to Bill what this guy thought.
What it's like to be locked out.
Oh, okay. Here it is. Here it is. This is an actual. This is an actual email.
Someone open this.
Anthony, just do what you do.
All right, we're back.
Just do what you do.
All right. Listen, we're back in the office. We're back in the office.
All right.
Focus.
Back in.
And I found the email on my Crackberry here that was actually sent to me before the meeting. It says, dude, totally pumped. Ready for a big... And then it's a question. Ready for a big picture that happens within 2 to 3 years? As in a movie. And this is his idea. We make a killer, culty, hilarious show. The DVD home video sales go nuts after year 1. Think Dave Chappelle. He only did $60 million after his first season. $60 million.
How many people are going to want to see the piano over and over again? So you're gonna be buying the DVD.
So he's like,
you're gonna want to revisit that moment,
of course, and then think of the extras,
fingertips.
The stuff that wasn't aired. All the hilarity that was on the air. There's maybe 2 more hours for every segment that wasn't that we could do as behind the scenes, the DVD extras.
Right.
So commenting on them raising the piano up,
maybe hitting
minutes.
A key.
Oh yeah. So here it is again. We make a killer, culty, hilarious show. Then it goes to DVD, and we sell like Dave Chappelle did. Only $60 million. That's no problem.
We'll blow up right past that.
And then about mid-year 2 or late year 2, we do the feature movie picture deal. Think Jackass, what they did. That movie only cost $4 million to make, and it did $150 million worldwide, and it still rents out the wazoo. And then he writes, "Is that a great freaking scenario? Hey, it could happen. See you Tuesday." So
they call me the wazoo.
So he's getting us all. He's getting us all pumped in the office because now we have to go over to A&E and punch this horse shit. Because now we're stuck, and I'm thinking I'm like, we're missing something here. He got a meeting with A&E. This guy has no business getting meetings with A&E. Okay?
That's horrendous.
In my opinion, right?
Oh yeah.
The whole BlackBerry thing. I mean, you're just predicting like success. Okay, we make a movie, right?
Yeah.
And it's so fucking huge that we make another one, and then another one after that. Like the Back to the Future trilogy.
Right.
Isn't that amazing? There's no idea there.
No. I see us doing all 3 at once. To save money, like Lord of the Rings. We will do all 3 of them at the same time, thus saving money, and then just making... I'm seeing gazillions of dollars, if I may use gazillions.
Picture this scenario. You're playing wiffle ball in Central Park. A member of the Yankee organization's walking by. They need a first baseman. Just go with me on this one.
That's what this is.
Then you sign with them. You make zillions of dollars. You're fucking Jessica Alba.
Right. We get endorsement deals now. We go for the sneaker endorsements.
Could happen.
Everything.
See it, too.
Now you're having trouble with steroids. But we get you off of that. And it works out as a positive. Now you're doing the talk shows.
Yeah.
And people find out you could act. Now you're cast in Die Hard 7. That's what he's doing.
Dude, hear me out. This isn't too crazy. Hear me.
So the whole time we're like...
The head of the studio dies. You're wearing a suit that day, so they give you the job. It can happen. It happens, man.
Now you're making the movies. That's right. You're making the call. Con, we're flying you off to Con.
So we're just...
And, dude, you're set for life.
So we're just sitting there going, something doesn't make sense. This guy's full of shit. But he got a meeting with A&E. You got to go to A&E.
Yeah, that was the sticking point with us, is the fact that, all right, there is a meeting, though, with A&E.
Remember,
there is a channel.
Remember, by the way...
It is a channel. I have passed by it.
Remember, by the way, when we were on commercial radio, we took many meetings with Telepictures. Key to this story coming up. So we leave the office finally to go over to A&E. And waiting outside for Anthony and I is a limo because they're treating us like stars today.
It's the limo. That's short for limousine.
That's
people.
right. Limousine.
Limousine.
You hear that, Derek? Limousine.
That's right.
Only the best for the boys. So we go downstairs, right? There's a driver that just doesn't want to be there. He's like in between, driving kids around, to proms and stuff. This guy is just like a low level limousine guy.
But it's a limo.
Well, it's a limo, and that's fine. I'm not trying to trash the people out there, but if this guy is like trying to treat us like rock stars, there's you could go up many levels even in a limousine.
It's a dirty cummerbund.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's got like a little
dried out corsage.
I love when you see all those whores standing like through the sunroof going,
yeah.
Woo! Going down the street. I always want to see them like rear end the car in front of them, just
chop them in half.
Because they're always trying to come off like that's actually their car.
Right.
Because that's how
waving
like
to
Bill
everybody.
Gates and them act when they're in a limo. Bill Gates
they're going
just
to a big
stands
meeting somewhere, hanging out the sunroof of his limo. Yes.
So the guy has a flask in the front seat in between jobs.
I drive people everywhere.
But hey, they're treating us right.
Yeah.
They're treating us right. They ordered the limo to make us feel good as we go over to A&E.
Yeah, we get in.
So we get in, 7 or 8 of us in a limousine that fits maybe 3 people comfortably.
Oh, it's not a super stretch.
No, it's
where you can actually fit 7 people.
It's a stretch Dodge Omni.
It's
and
a Ford Taurus. It was 2 seats facing each other.
Right.
Which is that type of limo that is the smallest kind of limo.
Our knees were
It's
pretty
good
much...
for 4 people, that type of limo. If you got 4 people and want a limo, that's the one you get.
And there was, I think, 7 people.
7 people.
Yeah, I was across from Anthony. Our knees were touching. And then I'm like, oh, Jesus. And I pulled the door closed, and the handle falls off.
The handle comes off in Opie's hand.
I'm like...
I think I took this limo.
I'm like, holy
It was so
shit.
funny. We just looked at each other like, okay, this is great.
Dirty butterscotch interior.
Right. The whole way over, the guy's getting pumped because it's showtime, man. He's like, "Are you guys pumped? Are you guys ready?" And I we're just playing this out at this point to get.
Telly Savalas used to use this limo when he used to go over to the set on Kojak.
Right.
It's a Delta 88 stretch.
We're on 2 levels at this point. This guy's getting pumped for the meeting, and Anthony and I are just going through it because we know it'll make for good radio today. That's all.
Yeah. And
at this point, I know this is going to just be a disaster.
And we are headed over to A&E.
A&E.
I am what they call, I am an optimist. I am not a bridge burner by no means. I like playing things out to see where they're going to go. And if you're going to make some relationships in this business that we call show, Opie, I like to do it with a smile and good spirits.
You're professional.
So when we meet people, at A&E or Telepictures or anything, regardless of who is taking us there or the mood we're in, they will get a smile, a greeting, and some humorous anecdotes
They call
from
me
this
the
person.
optimist. I'm the optimist. Hey, Beaner.
And A&E doing some fine things on TV lately. So we did the security thing already earlier, and we go upstairs, and we meet the people that we have to now pitch this horse shit to.
And again, as always, they're always very nice, very cordial, nice people that you meet at these things.
I believe it was Nancy, right?
Yeah.
Rob?
Yeah.
And a guy named Michael.
Michael
from Telepictures.
Michael was working at Telepictures during our meetings over there.
Who is a huge fan of the Opie and Anthony
Great
program.
guy, huge fan of the show.
He was
understands us, what we do.
He was the one that dragged us into Telepictures for a bunch of meetings as they try to figure out a TV show for us.
Mm-hmm.
He has since left Telepictures about a year ago, now works for A&E. That's the reason we were meeting with A&E, not because of this idea.
Not because of the idea or the guy.
Because we couldn't figure out why, because something didn't match up. It was Michael who heard about this pitch that had Opie and Anthony as a host, and he goes, Opie and Anthony, holy crap, these guys are really talented, and we've been trying to figure out something for them for years at Telepictures. We should at least meet with them.
Yeah, at least meet with them. So we walk into that huge generic conference room thing.
Do they have like those precinct desks that are made out of nothing but metal?
This was always so was the conference room. It was the big wooden table with those little conference call things in the middle and a lot of chairs. The little screen up on the wall for the PowerPoint presentation things, and your basic conference room, glass wall out to the hallway, so make sure no shenanigans are happening there if you're the brass. And we sit down, and the first thing I notice is the woman, Nancy.
Yeah.
She's in charge.
Oh, yeah.
She's the one running this show.
She's the one you got to impress.
She's the one that has to be impressed. And she's sitting there, and the first little inkling I got that there was a problem was the fact that she looked at one of the other guys, I'm not sure which one, and said, well, I haven't read anything or heard anything about this. Rob hasn't told me anything about the pitch yet. Which led me to believe, I was thinking to myself now, if Rob was excited about this, wouldn't he have gone to the one that was really in charge and said, we're meeting with these people today, here's what they're pitching, here's the show, it's a great idea, blah, blah, blah. She went into this ice cold, had no inkling what this show was going to be about.
And I gulped, Anthony gulped, and, the production company we were with there, who claimed that we were so close to a TV deal, it wasn't even funny. They pretty much just had to meet us.
But the head woman there
doesn't even
didn't
know
have a
about
clue
this pitch.
What this was about. So now the pitch starts. And all we needed was Opie's instant replay because he has the cricket ones. Because that is exactly what happened. He goes with the pitch.
The main guy on our side.
And there's the pitch.
It was kind of like that Seinfeld George thing.
I absolutely felt like I was in that fucking episode of Seinfeld. They sit down in front of the NBC.
Yeah.
And George, all proud, goes, "It's a show about nothing." And the guy running the network is like, "What? Nothing? It's got to be about something." And George just sits back all confident. "Nope, nothing, nothing." And Jerry's all nervous.
Yeah.
He's like, "No, it's about something. No, it's not. It's a show about nothing." And everyone's just flabbergasted in the room and cannot believe that these words are coming out of this guy's mouth. And I was sitting right there in the middle of it.
We lived it. So this guy, he goes, all right, the show. It's Opie and Anthony hosting a show. It's Mythbusters meets Jackass.
There's the big pitch.
Oh. Dead silence. And Nancy goes, I wouldn't use the word jackass whatsoever. Yeah. You know how many lawsuits are pending because of that show?
Yeah, that's probably not a good selling point.
So she's taking the legs out from underneath one of her own guys?
No, this is the
guy that we were with, the production guy.
Oh, I get it.
No, he's now finally pitching A&E.
Yeah.
You know, the A&E, those three guys are sitting at the head of the table.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, it's Mythbusters meets Jackass. And she's like, I wouldn't use the word Jackass whatsoever. There's so many lawsuits pending. That show has been a complete disaster.
Yeah.
And
we have 2 shows, and the A&E people are like, we have 2 shows that are all done, ready to air, that we can't air because of lawsuits, because there's too many similarities with the Jackass
And our show
concept.
is a very dangerous version of Mythbusters, let's be honest here. You know, he's talking about, like, you know, taking a car, you know, going 55 miles an hour and then slamming it into reverse to see what happens. You know, all sorts of stuff that...
I didn't know there were myths about that. Isn't it more like...
Stuff like that where kids would probably try to do this at home. So now we have no pitch whatsoever. Our whole pitch has been destroyed less than 30 seconds into it.
She had just wiped it out. She took a huge sword and just hacked his legs off, and he fell down.
No, but
and we are sitting there.
Nothing to say.
Hold on, he didn't fall down then. The bozo's not getting it at this point. He's not getting it. He goes, but Jackass was the hottest show on TV, and it made a movie.
Ixnay on the ass yay.
He goes, I'm 47. I still rent the movie with my friends and still laugh. It just continues to make. He's like this with his hands. Continues
and
to
we're
make
like,
money.
oh no, he's still going. Oh no, he's still going. Me and Opie.
And are they occasionally glancing over at the two of you like you?
Oh yeah. Well, that
we
got the glance through the whole thing, and the most horrific glance I got was when she goes, all right, so now they're just playing it out because we can't leave after a minute.
Right.
That's embarrassing for everybody.
And unlike us, they're polite and nice.
Yeah.
Like when we're in these situations with our radio show, we're like, well, you get the fuck out of here.
Just leave.
You have no business being in here.
So
we had no business being in that room. But they're nice people, so they're like going to at least play with us a little bit.
So after a minute, she's playing out the idea. She goes, okay, so you got this thing, blah, blah, blah. She goes, so after this stunt, whatever it is, happens, how does it end? What is then the wrap
like
up?
Mythbusters, you know, you got
is the myth true?
Or
is
false?
It false? Is it plausible? They run through their results. That's how it works. On this one, so how does it end? So she looks over at the guy that's pitching. He doesn't say anything because there is no ending. Then she looks over at me. I was instantly back in English class.
I heated up,
The
man.
teacher just asked me a question I don't know the answer to, and I sit looking. I'm looking like, please don't pick me. Please don't pick me. Please don't. I don't know how it ends. I can't even fake how it ends. I can't come up with an ending. I don't know.
So the guy, you know, from the TV production company, he has to come up with something. So he's like, that's the beauty of it. Nothing gets accomplished at the end.
It's a show about nothing. It doesn't end.
There's no
show. Before you know it, the credit rolls.
There's no conclusion. And he's looking at Ant and I, because now he's trying to bail himself out. He's like, those guys will just do what they do best.
Do what they do.
It's how they interact with the stunt.
We do what we do.
And then she obviously goes, this is basically Mythbusters, is what you're freaking
We
pitching
do
us.
what we do. Sit, Ubu, sit.
Right.
Hey, on to the next show.
And then she goes, all right, let's go with this further, because she's...
Shh.
But now I think she's just playing with the guy like a little cat with a wounded mouse. So she has a better story to tell at the Christmas party, because she goes, okay, what do we put on the side of a bus? You know, because we have to promote this new show with Opie and Anthony.
She even said, she goes, I don't want to be cliche about this, you know, but what's the side of the bus? What do we put on the side of the bus? Which is, you know, how do you wrap it up into a bus board?
Right.
Into something that you would see drive by on the side of a bus and look at it and know what it's about.
And people would go, wow, I got to watch that show.
Got to watch
I
it.
just have your two heads, and he goes, huh? Huh? This is it right here. Come on, people.
Why weren't you at the pitch with us?
That's hilarious.
Of course. Huh?
Both of us making that stupid face.
Says it all, Bill. We needed Bill Burr there.
Here's Opie and Anthony.
You might as well just have fun at that point. That's like when you're bombing in a day, like, this girl's not going to do anything with me. You just start fucking staring at her tits.
Bill, but at this point, we are bombing so bad, we have nothing to do with it. They're using us to try to get this horseshit.
We were the eye candy.
Right, but I'm sitting there because I remember, like, deja vu, where we were in meetings like this and we had no radio career, and I was thinking we were back with no radio career, and then I went, oh, wait a minute, we're doing really well for XM satellite radio. This doesn't mean shit in the end. So then I started really enjoying
having fun with
the interaction that was going on.
At first, though, you're right. It was a flashback.
It was a flashback, like, we're losers and we have nothing.
Be in one of these meetings when you don't have a job, when you're not doing radio on a daily basis, when your future is not so bright, you don't know what's going to happen. Very up in the air. You're sitting in these meetings going, wait, this is what my life is now?
Yeah.
This is, but Ope's right. It's snapped in both of our heads. It's like, wait a minute.
We're all right.
I go to work every day.
We're all right.
We got great careers. XM satellite radio. Oh, whew.
You know how bad it got for us? We had to take a meeting with this production house before, like we've said many times during this conversation. We also had we took phone calls from an internet radio company. And we actually took a meeting in the middle of nowhere in Jersey with a video game company.
Dude, who was the internet guy? He was a child star. Which guy was he?
Oh, no, that was another thing. The dude from Wonder Years. The older brother.
The older brother
from Wonder Years.
Yes, our career was hinging on the older brother from the Wonder Years.
He's doing internet radio now.
Internet radio, calling our agent.
Yeah, big fan of our show. So the lady from A&E's like, what's on the side of the bus? And then she gives us a great example.
What's on the bus?
Right. She goes,
huh?
She goes, growing up Gotti. Just, sells the show.
Sells the show. You got the graphic, you got the little diamond pinky ring looking thing, you got the Gotti name, you know what you're getting.
So she goes, growing up Gotti, what do you got for this show? And so this dude goes, what's on the box?
Yeah. Well, what I see on the side of the box is he didn't even get the bus thing right.
Opie and Anthony, and then he mentions the name of the show, which means nothing. And then she's like, guys, this is Mythbusters. It's being done like crazy all over TV, and she's letting him down lightly. But this guy is still clueless. He's like, well, can we come back to you? We'll work on it. We'll come at it from some different angles, and we'll rework it. And can we?
Now you're begging.
Can we?
Now you're begging.
Can we? How many times I've said that?
Oh
really?
No, you've been there.
So he's like, can we have another meeting? And she, because she's the big boss and she has the underlings with her, she goes, yeah, you could email Rob or Michael, and we'll see where it goes. Just not me, because she's basically saying, I'm done with you guys unless a miracle happens.
Did you see the big charm bracelet she had on?
Yeah.
She had this big charm bracelet on that was also a watch.
Yeah.
And I noticed very early on, I heard clang, clang, as she turned her watch to look at it. Like, it was like wind chimes on her watch, where you couldn't miss she was looking at her watch. So, you ever try to sneak a look at your watch and really not look like you're looking at your watch?
Yeah.
And you do something like, oh, I got a splinter, or my fingernail, and you kind of can look.
Yeah.
Hers was clang, 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 clang.
Big charm bracelet swinging.
Looking at her watch.
It was like,
that happened to me last year. I was paired up with this writer who I just totally misread him. A lot of writers are totally introverted. So when you go to meet, all their funny is on the page. So the fucking meetings are so awkward. But this guy, he had energy and shit, and I totally misread him. He was a fucking psycho. And before we go in there, I'm like, okay, man, I'm the comedian, so, you just kind of kick me into bounds, and I'll pitch this thing. And he goes, oh, no, I'll handle it. He goes, I am the pitch master. I swear to God he said that. This dude went in there, just grabs the reins and starts pitching this fucking idea. It was like a Tarantino movie. It's like the end came first, then the beginning was in the middle. Travolta's walking by in the background, and people are just 2 minutes into it, people are there playing with their pens.
Oh,
and they're
no.
looking. I literally had to sit them down and just be like, dude, when fucking people are winding their watches and looking at something on their ankle as you're pitching this allegedly $1 million. Oh, and he started off so big. This idea is going to change television.
Wow.
Where do you go from there?
Yeah.
That's like when they bring you up as a comedian, this next guy. Oh, you are in for a treat, everybody. Hold on to your hats, because this fucking guy, and you're just sitting there standing dude, take it down. Take it down. I got nothing that can follow that.
That's so true. Yeah, but
if this guy isn't the funniest fucking guy you've ever seen, you're like, ugh.
Yeah, what people don't understand, there's a lot of shit on TV. there are so many other ideas that obviously never make it to TV.
Yeah.
That's the reality show that one of these networks should make. Is a whole show on these pitch meetings because it's so ridiculous. So anyway,
so bad. Your dream of the pitch meeting, by the way, is to go in, sit down in front of these people, pitch your show, and have them just howling. Have these jaded network people howling at your shit, just sweating because they're laughing, enjoying it, shaking your hand, going, you come in tomorrow and we'll greenlight this thing. And to sit there and have them looking like dogs when you whistle at them, and they tilt their head and their ears go up. They're just staring at you is horrific.
So we're almost done. So then
someone said we should have broken out the Aristocrats Act.
Yeah, ta-da! Ta-da! So let's move on because
I'm fucking Opie, and then
we gotta hurry up the story because Richard Cheese is here with his band. They gotta play a few numbers before they get out of here. But so he's like, well, can we rework this and represent it to you? And she's being nice, like, yeah, you can email Rob or whatever. And she says, a couple of weeks or whatever, maybe we could, see where you're at.
Yeah.
And he goes, a couple of weeks? I was hoping 6:30.
Yeah, she goes, yeah, when, it was actually before she said a couple of weeks. She goes, yeah, at some point, we'll get back together and, if you can rework this and rehash it. And he goes, yeah, how about 6:30?
Not showing how desperate he is at all.
Oh, get it, right away.
That's funny.
It's like, well, a couple of weeks or...
Because then he's like...
Never.
I bet you if we all just went to happy hour and had a few beers, you'd see it my way.
Yeah.
He's getting nothing,
Let's bring in alcohol.
Nothing.
Let's bring some alcohol into this and...
So, with beads of sweat pouring down his... Did he have flop sweat?
I couldn't look at anybody.
Anthony said he was holding back flop sweat.
I was looking at my water. I was looking at my bottle of water, my bottle of conference room table water.
Did you hear me openly just start laughing a few times?
Oh, yeah.
Because I was uncomfortable and it was getting the best of me. I do the same thing on the radio show. I just started laughing. And nothing funny because I was just so uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
So then the meeting is finally officially over, and the reason we knew it was over was they changed the subject, and Nancy goes, so, is it still nice outside? I'm like,
oh, boy.
She is now having a conversation with me that I have with my grandma.
When you've pitched a great idea, that you'll start talking about the weather.
Yeah,
and not the idea right till you're out of the building.
Because I picture when Seinfeld was pitched and all these other great shows, Everybody Loves Raymond. I bet you they're talking right up to the elevator. So anyway, we'll get back together,
Yeah.
Instead, we're getting.
Yeah.
So is it still nice out there?
Yeah, we want first shot at this. They do that.
Yeah.
First shot at this.
Yeah,
Don't talk to anybody
You're not
else.
going anywhere else.
Yeah, and they follow you all the way down. Making sure that everyone's on the same page as
they gave us directions to Spike TV.
Right. So we get the "so is it nice outside" conversation. I'm like, oh my god, we're talking about the weather.
Yeah.
So we're now in the elevator. They're gone. We said goodbye, and Michael from Telepictures, who's the guy that really gets us in our show, was cool, and he goes, "We'll keep in touch. We'll keep in touch." So then we're in the elevator, and this clown that we were with the whole time, he goes, should we say what he said about it?
Oh, my God. Let's just say the woman that was in charge over there, that he had pitched this to, and she wasn't very, I don't know, she didn't find it very interesting. He had some very derogatory remarks for her when when
we're in the elevator alone. He goes, did anyone else feel what I was feeling? She's a
real... I can smell your cunt.
She's a real C. Oh, geez. But then he goes...
That's like the awful comedian just blaming the crowd.
Right.
You guys fucking suck.
No,
you do.
And so Ann and I are looking at each other. Everyone in the elevator knows it's so done. This thing is done. Rip it.
You can't
throw it through the shredder. This ain't
cannot have
happening.
misinterpreted that meeting.
Right. The
you
elevator
can't have thought it went well.
is moving like half a mile an hour. Like it's like everyone just got raped, and you can't look at each other. You're so ashamed,
dude. So we're in the elevator, and it's so done. And the guy's like, he's so delusional. He's like, "Did you guys feel it? We are so close. We're so close.
Dude.
We'll just get back to our office. We're going to rework this thing, and you and I and Ant will all be in touch with emails, and we'll get back together real soon. We are so close. You guys can feel it, right? And we're like, yeah, we can feel it.
The second he left you guys, he burst into tears.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
No,
we're on the sidewalk, and he goes, yeah, I think this needs a little tweaking. A little tweaking, but we'll get back to them after tweaking.
This thing needs a machete to the jugular.
That's like,
No, I think we'll all be fine. It just needs a little tweaking.
Please get to your... Please get to your...
It would have been so funny, people. Let me tell you how funny the bit I just was going to do would have been. It would have been like, please get to your lifeboats, people, as the Titanic is sinking and he's saying everything's fine, like the pitch meeting, like that, but only, and coming out of this would have been really funny, but this does...
All right, get some batteries for it.
I need a new bullhorn! I need a new bullhorn! It didn't need batteries because the red light was on. There had been a constant problem with the volume knob.
I always wondered what it looked like when Carrot Top bombs.
Yeah,
pulls out a prop that just doesn't work.
Right. Just smash.
So pulls out the toilet seat with the toupee on it, and the toupee falls up. Well, there goes that joke. You think when you work a big casino.
Yes, Hawk, I need a new bullhorn.
Yeah,
that one broke.
I'm sure there's a toy store that's open at this hour.
That one, I need a new bullhorn.
So,
you came in with the batteries.
Too late. A little too late.
It wasn't batteries. The red power light was on. Everything. It was broken. Somebody broke it.
How many of those got busted in New Orleans? Get into the super
So we're on the sidewalk, and he's delusional. He thinks it still has a shot, and we're like, yeah.
Yes.
We're like, yeah. And they walk off excitedly. And Ant and I are standing on the sidewalk, and that's when we realized that there's no limo to take us back.
Yeah, it was a one-way limo trip.
And we were on the other side of Manhattan.
Completely across town.
It wasn't like, the limo actually served a purpose. It was a ride.
That's probably because the driver had a live feed of the pitch meeting. It's just like, this shit is going nowhere.
I'm out of here.
It just shows you what this production company is all about. He hired a cheesy limo company to take us one way. So then Ant and I are just laughing the whole way back to this area.
Now we're walking back. How many blocks?
We walked 30 blocks.
30 blocks
we
had to walk.
Blocks.
But the whole way...
Because it was rush hour, too. We don't want to jump in a cab and all that.
The whole way, though, we are fucking laughing our balls off.
We're like, it's Mythbusters with lawsuits.
With lawsuits. It's a great pitch. Oh...
So
that was the big pitch for yesterday.
A new thing we're going to attempt to do on this show is take you a little more inside with the show. This is an actual email that I wrote to our agent this morning.
I got an email from Nancy over at A&E, by the way. It just said, "Good luck, bro."
This is what I wrote to my. This is what I wrote to our agent this morning at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I woke up in the hotel and I checked my emails. Just one email from Opie. I opened it and I got my first chuckle of the day. Thank you, Opie.
Because we're not bullshit. We're not fooling around anymore. We're just not. At this point in our careers, we're not going through this bullshit anymore. So I write, I hear that Spike TV called yesterday. When you talk to them today, do not pull the name,
said production company,
the name of the production company that we were with yesterday at A&E, into this discussion with Spike TV. Anthony and I have no confidence that these guys can pull off a show. I'm sure Ross, who's our agent's brother, because he was at the meeting, has filled you in on the disastrous meeting we had. At this stage of our careers, we shouldn't have to be involved with lower-level production companies. production company that we were with yesterday, I don't want to give their name out, needs us so much more than we need them. The only reason A&E took the meeting is because Michael from Telepictures now works there. We were completely embarrassed yesterday. End of story.
Larry from Jersey goes, was the limo driven by a monkey? That would have made a great TV show. Imagine monkey limo driver. I would pitch that. That's hysterical.
You probably
take me to
it.
59th Street. He's a fucking monkey, and he drives a limo. Da-da-da-da-da. He's a monkey. He drives a limo. I'm pitching that one.
What?
That's a great show.
What a great day. It was a great day, by the way.
Yeah, but you know what? You guys laughed.
Side of the bus.
It was a great day for us yesterday.
No-brainer.
When you guys walking up the street laughing, that's what gets you through those pitch meetings. I've been out in L.A. pitching with somebody else, and as you're bombing, and you almost, after like the third meeting you go into that you're bombing, you almost know what the hell you're going to be laughing at when you leave, so you almost start laughing
the same
in the middle of it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
But
everybody's been there.
We were actually talking about how horrible those were when you first did them. Like, and you'd walk out and it was serious, and you're like, oh, God, that didn't go well, did it? And you're kind of glad when you've been in it a few years and you know that, oh, my God, that stunk on ice, and you can laugh about it. It's not just like,
because we have jobs
my God,
and stuff, you know?
my whole life just crumbled in there.
I bombed at CBS one time. I swear to God, it was like a 10-minute pitch. I was bombing so bad, I blew through it in like a minute and a half.
Oh,
my mouth is all dry, and then I'm just sitting there, and they're just staring at me. Oh, I started doing jokes for my act from like '92. You know, what's up with this crisscross, huh? These guys are crazy, and they were just like, all right, buddy, it's gonna be sunny out today, huh?
Hey, it's kind of warm.
Take it easy. Fuck.
It's hilarious, man.
Shit.
It is just hilarious. So there you have it. That was our day yesterday. I hope it was entertaining for you folks out there in Radio Land.
Yeah. Why is Anthony staying at a hotel? Because I don't want to drive back to Long Island after one of those meetings in rush hour traffic, my friend. I'm a fancy man. I don't sit in traffic on the Long Island Expressway. Take that.
He wants to cry and
he wants
room
to
service.
No, he wants to go to the fucking message board. Anthony's in a hotel. We get thrown out. What happened? The moths took over. They were sleeping in my bed. I had to leave.
There you go. Richard Cheese.
Good evening, fellas.
There he is, Dick Cheese. How you doing?
Good. How's that piano sound? Can you hear that okay?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Right off the bat.
Yeah, baby.
What happened to the other guy?
Well, you know, the bass player got laid last night, so he ain't here. And the drummer, we might need to call him this morning because he's a flake.
You go through a lot of band members.
Well, yeah, that's true. But you know what?
You are like the titular head, and then you have these...
That's my nickname, by the way.
Titular
Richard
head?
the titular head, Cheese.
It's like Dave Mustaine of Megadeth. Every time he comes out, it's a whole new lineup.
Whole new band around him, but all you need is the guy.
Yeah, well, actually, I keep my piano player, Bobby Ricotta. Can we hear him okay?
But he isn't your original piano player.
Well, I mean, he's
You had the guy that took off and started playing piano for that broad. What's her name?
What broad was that?
Alanis Morissette.
No.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right. For Hillary Duff.
Hilary Duff.
Oh, yeah,
Hillary
he
Duff.
went. Yeah, he didn't count. But I've had Bobby here for a long time, so he's working.
The tens of days.
But guys, thanks for having us back on.
Oh, no problem. You're a treat.
We have nothing to promote, which is the best because it just shows you that we're here for you.
For the love.
For the love. And I'm so glad you brought chicks in this time. There's so many more women here.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there aren't any again.
Yeah, there's.
You keep missing the boat as far as the women. Do you know we had 3 girls in here about 2 weeks ago, was it? I'm not even sure. They went up on the console, took that wiffle ball bat, and just abused themselves with it.
Really?
Vaginally.
Excellent.
That happened right here in our studios, and we
missed
that
it.
one.
And
Yeah.
coincidentally, we took some wiffle ball bats ourselves at A&E.
Yes, at A&E.
Now, was that yesterday you did that?
That was indeed yesterday,
Oh, man.
yes. Fresh on mine.
We get a lot of Richard Cheese people saying, oh, Richard Cheese, you got to do a TV show. And I'll say, all right, well, you go ahead and get me the people who want to do it, who work at the network. I don't need to go pitch them. I'm not going anywhere near that because they're all about saying no. because they keep their job if they say no. If they never spend any money in the development budget and they never give anyone a show, they keep their job.
They have shows that are running. It's not like there's dead air.
Exactly.
So why
develop anything new?
Introduce something new that might rock the boat and get them thrown out?
I had a pitch meeting with VH1 last time I was in New York in June, and this guy, he's been a Richard Cheese fan. He calls me in, he sits me down in a nice little office. He's like, so we'd like to do a show. And I'm like, great. What show did you want to do with Richard Cheese? I don't know. What did you want to do? And I go, I don't know. You've got the cameras. What do you normally put in front of them? You know, pick something. We'll do whatever you want.
That is exactly what happens with us. People say, we want Opie and Anthony for a show. Okay, what's the idea? We just, you guys do the thing.
This makes me feel so good because I always had meetings. I didn't even understand what a meeting was when I first got into the business. Be like, yeah, you killed an Aspen, and somebody at Merrimack's wants to meet with you. And I didn't know I had to pitch ideas. So I just come in there, Bill, we saw you at Aspen. You were really funny. I'd be like, thanks.
So, what do you see for yourself? What do you see yourself doing? I don't know. I thought that's what I was here for.
I liked Sanford and Son when I was growing up. I liked it too. Remember the one when Lamont fell down the stairs? All right, Bill. Nice meeting with you. And that would just be the end of it. And I'd walk out like, what the fuck was that?
What happened?
I had an idea for you guys. How about something like Mythbusters meets Jackass? Have you thought of this?
Wow. See,
that's
now
a
why
good idea, right?
We get that pitched?
But with more lawsuits.
Even more lawsuits.
I can see it on the side of the box.
That was the best point of the meeting when Ed and I realized, holy shit, he's pitching Mythbusters to A&E.
How did you guys? I mean, I
see Sesame Street meets Jackass. How did this guy, children doing the stunts that normally drunken, drugged out adults would do.
How did this guy get the green light to pitch a show for you without your approval?
I believe it was Bob saying, guys, go to our agent. So we knew about this. We approved of it because our agent
I might have to start repping
said,
you guys.
hey, go. And another thing, the truth of the matter is, I wanted to meet the people in charge over there at A&E.
At this point, I think our agent has to stick to radio.
Doesn't A&E do mostly mystery shows and drama shows? I mean, couldn't you guys get like a detective team going?
We are going to be the new Angela Lansbury and Poirot. What is that guy? And we're going to solve crimes as we drive cars into pools. It's going to be a wonderful show.
It's Mythbusters meets Columbo.
The Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys. By the way, Untitled Donnie Most Project is one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was funny, right?
That was really funny. You guys are funny.
We're funny, right?
Well, yeah, you are funny. Let me just tell you, and we'll do a song for you. But
good.
And thanks for having us. And there's a free keyboard, by the way. Who are we supposed to thank for the keyboard, Ben? Some place called NOLA. Is that right in the building? The studio upstairs. Thanks for letting us use a keyboard. And we've gotten so many Opie and Anthony listeners buying our CDs. And it's you guys, and I love you guys. And I'd like to dedicate this song to you guys. Hit it, Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby Riccata on the piano, everybody.
Love it.
This is for all the fabulous ladies listening in the audience. This is also for Kobe Bryant. Rape me again. Come on, rape me again. I'm not the only one. No, I'm not the only one. Let's go to the Brooklyn Bridge, my favorite inside source. I'll kiss your open sores. Thank you. Appreciate your concern. You always stinking burn. Rape me. Ow, rape me, my friend. Come on, rape me. Rape me again and again and again. Everybody, rape me. Put your hands together. Rape me again. R-A-P. Me. Rape me. Thank you.
Bravissimo. Wow. Wow.
A lot of energy to start off the set.
Certainly is.
Well, we go in with the biggest number we've got, then it's all downhill from here. But
Wonderful.
Thanks for having us back. And we did Shit Dick on your show.
Oh, everyone still commenting about.
I don't think Bill Burr has heard Shit Dick. I
don't think I want to.
Oh, you want to hear?
You'll love
you have to play him the original.
Yeah, we got to play the original first.
But I'll tell you what. We've had so many fans email us and say, "When are you going to release that on the new CD?" And
have you heard of Shit Dick?
Shit Dick.
You know what? I haven't.
What's the name of the band? The original band?
My life to continue.
Do you have time to? You know what? I'm a little busy.
I don't think I have time for Shit Dick.
Trying to open my
a great song.
Do you want to hear the original?
Oh, okay. I thought it was another creep with bad breath was going to come in here.
You want to hear the original first?
Yeah, well, sure. This is, what's the name of the band? Panzerfaust, right?
That's the record company.
Oh, the record.
People Haters.
People Haters.
This is People Haters and Shit Dick on the home of rock and roll.
Shit Dick! We hate all Shit Dick! Andy Warhol! Shit Dick! Mick Jagger! Shit Dick! Michael Jackson! Shit Dick! Jeffrey Dahmer! Cannibal! Shit Dick! We hate Shit Dick! But slamming Shit Dick! Boy George! Shit Dick! Freddie Mercury! Shit Dick! David Bowie! Shit Dick! Rob Halford Judas Priest! Shit Dick! Shit Dick! Rock Hudson! Liberace! Dim Neighbor! Robert Englund! Freddy Krueger! Fist Funky Shit Dick! Truman Capote! Shit Dick! Richard Simmons! Shit Dick! Rod Stewart! Shit Dick! Richard Gere! Bud Turbulent! Shit Dick! We hate the funky Shit Dick! The funky Shit Dick! You're sick! Sick! Sick!
Well, we'd like to do a special version of the song. Last time we played it in a kind of a medium swing tempo. And this time we're going to take it down, make it a little ballad, if you know what I'm saying. And a ballad. We hate all shit dicks. Andy Warhol, shit dick. Mick Jagger, shit dick. Michael Jackson, shit dick. Rock Hudson, shit dick. Liberace, shit dick. Jim Neighbors, shit dick. We hate the fucking shit dick. Thank you very much.
Wow, isn't
that lovely?
Song of hope.
Next time
I'm welling up over here.
Next time we're going to do
teary-eyed.
it in a calypso style, and we're so excited.
Well,
but that song has been such a popular song. We played that at the Bowery after we were on your show. We
Wow.
played it at the Bowery. People hollered it out and requested it. So we're just so lucky, and thank you for introducing us to that wonderful number.
well,
No
when
problem,
we could
Richard.
introduce, music is love, and that song especially. Just if we could share it.
Can I get
you
you a drink? 'Cause
amazing.
that was beautiful, man.
Yeah.
I like how when he was going to wrap up the song, the signal was he waved goodbye.
Well,
The
that's
keyboard
a
player.
signal. You know what that is? That's
showbiz.
technical music, showbiz stuff, and I don't want to. You and the comedy have your techniques, what with your microphones and your brick walls, but we have our own, the language that we speak, that Bobby and I speak.
Lingo.
And, you know, I also, last time we were on the show, we talked a little bit about Paul Anka. Who,
right, I wanted to know if you've spoken with him.
Well, he put out a CD that rips off our CDs. You know, we do our loungy, swinging versions of the pop rock and
calls
songs.
himself the Punisher, I hear, Paul Anka.
They call me the Punisher.
He calls himself the yelling at his band on a secret bootleg tape. And you remember that tape you played us? Well, I did a lot of research, and there is a website on the internet where you can download the entire Paul Anka rant. It's at noisetank.com. And ironically, something I didn't really know had happened, and I'm debuting this on your show. I think that's what the CD is that I just gave you. Can you play a clip of this? This is actually a recording someone made of me yelling at my band.
Oh, no.
A few years ago, backstage, it was a rough show. Some of the guys in the band did not dress properly for the performance.
Hate that, right.
Can you... I don't usually...
This is very similar to what happened with the Paul Anka thing.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of new listeners. We got a bootleg tape of Paul Anka screaming, yelling at his band about shirts and things.
Yeah.
And
where they play.
They weren't playing up to par.
Yeah, and I guess someone caught me doing this, one of the Richard Cheese shows, some of the old bands. So I think that's what's on this CD. Let's see what's on there. It's a poor quality recording. Someone made it.
First order of business. No T-shirts on stage. You understand that? I gave you a list. That half a list I gave you with cues and everything else on it, okay? The guys get shirts. Don't make a fucking maniac out of me. The guys get shirts. Do you understand? We're not going to be as strong as our weakest link. The guys get shirts. Do you understand that? This is like football, baseball, like anything else. The guys get shirts. That's just the fucking way it is.
Yeah, it goes on for quite some time.
What's it going to be, guys? There is a lot of loose shit going on, and I'm telling you, you guys are on thin ice. All right?
Is this,
I'm telling you right now.
Did this happen before the Paul Anka thing?
I don't know if Paul Anka wants to admit it, but he stole his rants from me.
Understand that?
Because, you know, he stole my act from me, and then he stole his rant.
But this is the exact rant.
I know. He took word for word everything that I said when I yelled at my band back then, and he yelled at his band the exact same way.
Are you trying to say he had a script of your rant?
He transcribed my rant when he ranted at his band.
Wow.
That guy does not have an original bone in his body.
No,
and I
obviously.
also heard he's telling people he wrote the Tonight Show theme,
right,
which Bobby Ricotta wrote.
That was Bobby Ricotta.
Bobby Ricotta wrote
that.
Very popular song. Paul Anka ripped that off from Bobby.
Wow.
Nice work. Should we do another song and lighten things up for the kids?
Did you write something? I remember the moments of your existence. A song like that.
Do I remember?
Do you remember the moments of your existence? Kind of similar, but...
Have you seen the cover of the Barbra Streisand, Barry Gibb?
Holy shit!
That is Beauty and the Beast, if I've ever seen them.
We haven't talked about that yet.
Wow.
Yeah, those two are getting together for the second time, and he looks completely out of it.
He is...
Like he should be committed or something.
He had some inflation. He had some collagen implants, but in the wrong places on his
Some
head.
kind of work was done. It looked like a dusting of cotton candy was placed on his head. Like, remember, he used to have, in the Bee Gees, he had that huge head of 70s hair and the big beard and mustache. Now, his beard and mustache is scraggly like an old sick dog. And the top of his head, I swear to you, it's like thinly placed cotton candy was laid over his head.
He looked like he had a stroke or something.
Yeah, something really bad happened there.
This is a little song I'd like to dedicate to Barry Gibb and his face. Well, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a woman's man, no time to talk. That's all I know of it. Thank you.
Wow.
Staying alive, everybody.
All right, there it is. Spin that around.
Look at
Is it the picture?
What happened? And where's the original?
She looks horrified.
Well, she's probably, that's not even her. That's probably her stunt double.
Where's the original
yeah, that's what you
album?
should
Do a
Google and
He
get
looks
the
like an
original.
out-of-work magician.
Because they're trying to do the original album cover, right?
Yeah, they recreated
it?
the original album.
Yeah.
It's so creepy.
Well, Richard, we've been talking for like an hour and a half. I got to take a...
But we haven't taken a break yet.
Yeah.
Well, do you want us to play a song while you go to the bathroom, or do you want to take a break?
Ooh.
We got all the time in the world. We can fill. How long is it going to take you to pee? I mean, we're not going to do Stairway to Heaven, but we'll do something close.
Can you do like an Agata Davida?
Well, we can do something long.
Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner.
How about Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald?
Ah, that's a good one.
6 minutes and 28 seconds.
We know. We played the whole thing here on our show one day.
One of the best bits we've done. Well, I didn't do shit. It
Talking
was Anthony.
about
Anthony's best bit since coming to XM.
Just, Jesus Christ, did he have to document every second of the voyage in the song in real time? We pulled up the anchor and then we set sail, but I had to turn around to refuel her. Like, all right, enough. We get it. Every single thing. I was a little hungry and got some saltines down in the galley. Cupboard was empty, so I went to Bob's room. He had some under his bed. We go. We're only 20 minutes in, and I can still see the beach. There you go. Not a storm fucking cloud in sight.
When I was a kid in school, the teachers were, they were like these new age teachers at the school I went to when I was a kid, and they had us go through that song and bisect every line and go match it to the historical account of them. And, all the other classes in schools were like studying like the Carpenters and cool bands, and we were like, oh no, Gordon Lightfoot.
The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. What an important cruise that was too, carrying rocks across a fucking lake.
And
it's not like it was the Titanic with people on it, or
right. And I always think of the record label when the label said, Gordon, we need another single. What do you got that's 6.5 minutes long about a boat? It's 1976. We've got disco. What is our answer to disco? I have a song about 5 guys and a crew of 13. And,
boat no one ever heard of. No one really gave a flying fuck about.
That song you totally tune out after about 3 minutes into it.
Oh, my God.
You can't even hear what he's saying.
Oh, that's
you could tune in.
You're just like, dude, whatever. Just fucking end it.
Like 4 minutes in, we're swabbing the deck and the sun's shining bright and no storm clouds yet. Nothing even, no danger
and
at all.
Eddie forgot his thermos.
I played some checkers on the deck that day. Who cares?
What time
get to the sinking.
What time you guys got to get out of here?
Bobby's got to catch a flight. He's got to leave around 9, but I'll stay as long as you think I'm funny. And
nice.
That at like 9:01. But if you want me to do a song,
what is that you're playing right now?
Hey, I tell you though.
What is it? The bet you just make that shit up? Like the lead singer's talking. You don't have a name for that?
The pattern, the fill,
the bed.
Bobby is amazing. So do you want to leave the room, or do you want us to take a full break? Because we'll take a break with you, man.
You can play us to break, and then Derek will give us a longer break.
Let's do a little Radiohead.
It's Richard Cheese. What's the website there, Richard?
Oh, it's iloveRichardCheese.com, and our new CD, Aperitif for Destruction, is on sale now. And thank you guys so much for having us back. And that's all we got. Now I got shirts for... Oh, there's so much to talk about.
Very soothing tones.
Yeah.
1, 2. Okay, computer. Swinging song by my good friend Radiohead. When you were here before, couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. On the Opie and Anthony show on XM Satellite Radio, Channel 202. I don't belong here. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Richard Cheese, everyone.
Thanks, fellas.
When we get back, we got some great audio of Steve-O just really fucked up on, was it Carson Dale?
Adam Corolla.
Adam Corolla. The show that's on at like 2:30 in the morning, I guess, so no one really saw it, but we got the audio. And the video's up on opieandanthony.com and foundrymusic.com, but we'll talk about Steve-O next.
Hey, this is Dane Cook. Congrats to XM on 5 million subscribers.
What's up? This is Chester from Lincoln Park, and congrats on XM. You've got another million.
Hi, everybody. It's Pat O'Brien, and congratulations to XM on 5 million.
I can't find a bra that will holster my massive hooters.
I'm very proud of my big toe.
Thank God for Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Shake your ass, show me what you working with. Shake your ass, watch yourself. Shake your ass, show me what you working with. I said shake your ass. I came here with my dick in my hand. Don't make me leave here with my foot in your ass. Be cool, don't worry about how I'm ripping this shit when I'm flipping, kicking. Nigga, that's just what I do. Shake your ass, show me what you working with. Shake your ass. Mystical, everybody, thank you.
Very nice.
Bravo.
So Richard
Bravo.
Cheese in studio, the house band today. We're back with the Opie and Anthony program.
Thank you.
On this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday, by the way, Anthony. We haven't been able to talk about that, but WOW is in full effect. And I do believe that...
Is that what WOW stands for?
Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
I have not known that in the 5 years I've known you guys. That is great.
We like to call it that old gag.
I did not know it.
But we're taking it to the next level. Is the WOW line up and running there, Steve?
Yes, it is.
All right. We have a WOW line now. What is that number? Are we promoting it when we go to break and all that?
Making the promo right now, actually.
Making the promo right now. Okay, that's good. I thought maybe that would be done for Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
But why would it be done for Wednesday?
Right.
So we'll give out that number somehow, some way, or not.
I think I know what it is. I just don't want to say the wrong number, that's all.
All right. So there was no reason for me to even bring up Whip 'em Out Wednesday because
there's no number.
I don't have new info for anybody. There's no promo
You have
running, and I don't have the number in front of me.
No WOW line?
There's a WOW line, yes, but I don't know what that number is.
Oh, what the number is?
And the
I'm
promo,
sure WOW is in it, right?
And the promo will be ready sometime today.
Ramon.
Wow, Mars coming to the plate. Wow me what? 05. Wow me 05. Wow me 05, but not O because that would confuse people. So
not enough numbers?
Wow me 05.
Is there an area code there?
Yeah, what?
866.
All right.
8 what?
866 Wow me 05. And that would be 05? Okay. Wow me 05.
866 Wow me 05.
And people are supposed to call with their exciting, fascinating WOW stories on the road.
That's right, like what road you were on,
how it happened, how hot the chick was, what a pig she was.
It's kind of like, we had the FU
weather.
line, and now we have now we have the WOW line.
The weather.
What it's a cross between your nickname that everyone gave you.
I was the skewerer.
Her titties
for
were
many
like
years.
jackass meat.
So there you have it. But WOW is very simple. We have WOW stickers. If you want a official Opie and Anthony WOW sticker, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to us here in New York City, and we'll send out the WOW stickers immediately. You throw the WOW in your car, and there are ladies out there that will wow you if they see the WOW stickers. It's been working like a charm for many years.
Why have we changed positions here?
Yeah, why is Bill Burr?
Why is Bill now
We had
here?
to move the Lounge Against the Machine piano speaker over to this microphone, so now Bill's over there.
That should be the name of your next album.
Yeah, well, the first album was Lounge Against the Machine. And then the second one was Toxicity.
I'm never going to get caught up on the show.
No, it's okay. You don't have to know. We're never on the show. We're never in New York. We wish we were. You know, this is the only reason why we stayed the extra 2 days on the trip. We came in on Monday. We did a private party. Thank you. And then, yesterday, we did the triple. We did Conan O'Brien show. We saw the Conan show, which was great.
Wait, you saw it?
We went to saw the taping.
You're on it.
No, we're not that good. And then we went and saw Spam-A-Lot. Have you guys seen Spam-A-Lot yet?
No.
I have not
I
seen
can't
the
tell you,
Spam-A-Lot.
it's pretty damn good.
Is
Even
it?
though you'd think it's a big old gay fruity musical, it's so fucking funny.
It's getting rave reviews.
It's unbelievably impressive.
How did you get tickets?
We played a party for the lead actress in the show. She hired us to play her birthday party the other day, Sara Ramirez, and she was very nice.
And paid you in tickets.
No, they paid us with money and drinks and tickets. I'm telling you, it was the best gig we've had in a long time.
Yeah, that's a good gig.
Tim Curry was there.
Tim Curry was at the party?
He's in Spam-On. He was there, and that was kind of cool.
And you guys decided to stay?
Well, we stayed for 2 extra days because you guys wanted us on, and we would have the chance to be on your show.
You couldn't find any flights yesterday?
No, it was all sold out.
Yeah.
And a lot of the planes...
Lucky us.
No, a lot of the planes, the wheels are turned to the left. You can't get the front landing gear down on half the planes now.
That
so
pilot rocked, though, man.
He was great. I heard Larry King on the coverage, and he goes, "How come they're not foaming the runway? Are they not foaming the runway for a certain reason?" That's my Larry King impression.
Foaming
the
runway. Like it's the 40s.
CNN, we talked about this. It took me out of the whole event because they got an expert on there that said, this is a piece of cake. There will be no problems here.
Oh.
And then I went back to Fox, and they were still hinting that this thing might cartwheel down the runway. And I'm like, that's the type of coverage I want.
Landing with the gear turned all the way to the right like that. Piece of cake. I want to see a plane take off with it all. You know how fast you got to spin in a circle to reach the speed you need to get that baby off the ground?
What if it was just turned slightly to the left?
Then they're really fucked.
Yeah, because then you'd land
and turn right off the runway.
Yeah, that was great. Well, we'd like to do a special song for you.
That was actually the pitch for our show. We were going to, me and Opie, get in jet and turn the wheel slightly to the right.
Right.
And try to land it that way.
Right.
It's a
Opie and Anthony.
It's like Mythbusters, only everyone dies.
Opie and Anthony, slightly to the right.
Slightly to the right.
On the bus.
On the side of the bus.
Right.
Huh?
It's Mythbusters.
Come on, people.
Airport 77.
Right.
All right, listen, Richard Cheese, before we get back to you and the band, you and just one other guy, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to your band.
Look, what happened? You gotta, we enjoy the Richard Cheese.
A little bit.
No, the bass player got laid, and he said he ain't coming up early. And then the drummer, he flaked out. What can I say? He lives in Astoria. He couldn't get his ass out of bed.
We enjoy the Richard Cheese, but I gotta tell you, your band is kind of important.
The band is key, but it's
pretty soon it's just going to be you and karaoke.
It will be. That's the
You're one guy away from just
Well, I'll tell you,
touring around with a karaoke machine.
One guy away.
Are these day
karaoke?
I know, but you know what? It all depends on how much you pay us to be on the show. Let's see. So you guys paid us. I think it was $0, so you get 2 guys.
Shut up. We're not paying Bill either.
Yeah. Hey, Bill. How come you get,
poor Bill.
Am I right?
I have no self-esteem.
No,
He's waking up and actually coming to a job every morning, and Opie just keeps going.
At some point I can be like, go to MySpace.
Yeah.
I'm on there.
So he can plug a website.
He's also playing Sacramento next weekend.
Oh, is that
where are you playing in Sacramento?
The Punchline.
We actually, I swear to God, we played there. We played there about 2 years ago. We had a Star Trek band open up.
Doesn't thrill me.
It's a nice little venue, and there's a hot little bartender there. I don't know what his name is.
By the name of
I'll be here all week. Thank you.
All right, listen, we got to do the Steve-O thing, and then we'll get back to Richard Cheese and another guy.
And Bobby Ricardo.
Richard Cheese and friend.
All right. Our
he looks like an extreme skateboarder.
Oh, yeah. Got the little
I
red...
just figured I'd just kill whatever
thing
momentum we had in that moment. Just fucking throw that out there.
All right,
I'm not
Steve-O.
getting paid. Fuck you.
See? But you can get more hits at BillBurr.com. That's got to be worth something, no?
That's true.
We're getting Bill some money, supposedly. All right, Steve-O, a friend of the show, made a complete fool of himself on Adam Carolla's TV show last night.
Yeah, Adam Carolla's got some kind of talk show. Does Adam Carolla have like 18 shows on now?
Mm-hmm.
I saw there's something on totally different channel. I don't know what channel it is, what stations, what nothing. I don't know what time, but I see him doing some home improvement show with a bunch of people that know nothing about home improvement, which must have been a great pitch meeting there, too. He's got this talk show.
We got to fix up houses, but we don't know how to do it. Huh?
What do you think?
You know what?
Side of the bus?
I do a better Adam Carolla than that. Are you ready?
Oh, let's hear.
Yeah. That's all I got, but it's good. Just that one syllable.
So anyway, Steve-O was on Adam Carolla, and it made page 6, Anthony.
Page 6, Opie.
For you young go-getters, the video is up on FoundryMusic.com and OpieandAnthony.com if you want to jump the gun. But here's the story from page 6 in the Post this morning. Bloody mess. Jackass star Steve-O claims he can't remember any of his drunken antics on Monday night's Too Late with Adam Carolla. In an email to one of the show's producers, Steve-O says, I just woke up with no recollection of taping Adam's show. Wow. I can't help being more proud of myself. On the show, an extremely lubricated Steve-O came out swearing and spitting. He tried to tackle Corolla, and he broke a glass coffee table by smashing it with his fist, sending blood from his cut leg spurting all over the stage.
That's Steve-O. Yeah.
That's how it's reading in the Post today on page 6.
We've had him here on this show, and he just is usually drugged out or drunk.
We're kind of amazed that he's still alive, actually.
Yeah, this is a guy that could really take could really die. Could really take his drugs and alcohol. You know, most people would have been found dead already. We thought he was going to be dead a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we have video of him just sleeping next to the elevator, right?
Yeah.
In between his appearances on our show.
Coke, pills, booze. This guy does it all.
Openly admits it.
What do I talk about on Adam Corolla? Just do what you do, Steve.
Do what you do. What I do is drugs, and then I'll attack Adam Corolla, try to strangle him, and then put my foot through something and almost bleed to death.
Would you guys like to hear the audio?
Absolutely.
Here's the audio of Steve-O losing it.
What? Yeah, welcome back to Too Late on Adam Corolla.
I like that, bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Tonight, our studio guest is Malcolm McClure, the great author. No, Steve-O. Steve-O in studio tonight.
Bitch.
Yeah, that was Steve-O almost getting his ass pinned. All right, Steve has had a couple of glasses of Chardonnay.
I will tell you, bitch.
All right. Steve, focus, baby. Hey, Steve, here's the thing.
All right.
We thought it'd be fun if you had a few drinks and then came out here and did a stunt. But
I would love that.
All right, we're going to do that. We're going to reel it in just a little bit. Going to get our focus. We're going to get our focus now. Going to focus on a couple questions, take a few phone calls, then you do the stunt.
If I did not love Adam Corolla, then I would not love my business being here.
Right. And I'm just saying, I'm saying tonight, Steve, it's important that you love Adam Corolla. Just don't love him. Don't love him. Don't love on him.
I love Adam Corolla so hard.
Over here, buddy.
That I will literally love Adam Corolla into the ground.
Yeah. Let me. What about, I want to see a couple of your tattoos before we take some phone calls.
Ask me for a tattoo, brother, man.
I know you got one of Angelina Jolie or Billy Bob Thornton or something like that. You got the that's your Billy Bob one. What is, what is this one down here that looks like it's phone ball?
Dude, I'm about to strangle you out of your own consciousness.
I thought you loved me.
I will kill you.
Oh, a second ago you loved me.
I love
No humping. Easy, but we got to finish the segment. All right. Hold on. Steve-O. Steve-O, hold on. Steve-O, I'm all right.
I'm trying to kill him.
All right, Steve, let's go to the phone, buddy. You ready to take some phone calls? Come on. No, let's take some phone calls. Oh, okay. Oh, my mic flew off, so I got to use this thing. All right, this is great. I feel like Geraldo. No, Steve, don't break the Steve. All right. Steve, that was a rental.
I like that.
That was a rental, Steve.
I like that.
That was a rental. All right, Steve.
Bitch.
Steve, hold on a second. Hey, I'll tell you what I think we should do.
Yeah.
I was going to take some phone calls, Steve, but you're not playing. You're not playing along.
I don't play.
If you can mind your P's and Q's,
I don't play.
We can take a couple of phone calls and do a TV show.
I don't play.
Drunk repeating guy.
Take a break and call security.
I don't play.
All right.
I don't play.
All right, so we'll get security. We'll run the rest of the Jimmy Kimmel show. And we'll be right back after this. Oh, watch out, Steve. Watch out.
Holy crap, man. That is the most fucked up I've ever seen anyone on television.
Yeah.
Ever. Who else is more fucked up like than that?
Dean Martin.
Dino? Judy Garland?
He just knew how to...
You know how to handle it a little better.
You just sit there in the tux and you smile with the cigarette.
The martini glass in one hand. Yeah, he just... you never saw Dino like... Ah!
You never saw Dean jump over and choke Ed McMahon on the couch?
No, never saw that. Wow, that is fucked up.
Well, Ben's been trying to get Steve-O on the show all day. Usually when he does something like this, we're able to get him on the show immediately.
No, huh?
But we still can't find him, and I guess
he could finally have died in a hotel room somewhere.
He lost his cell phone or whatever, so this is what you get if you call Steve-O's number today.
Sorry, you can't leave a message for...
Dudettes, I lost my phone, so give me your info.
This mailbox is full. To leave a message for someone else, press 2. To log into the messaging system, press *5.
So there you go.
He lost his phone.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And everyone's trying to call him, so hopefully we'll get him on the program when he wakes up.
But there's some fun numbers on his phone.
Oh, no shit.
He's probably got a lot of people's phone numbers. Johnny Knoxville.
That's the new thing on TV. Get drunk and go on TV and make a fool of
hammered?
yourself. Well, Tara Reid, we're going to get into that a little later.
Yeah.
And her disaster of a TV show.
He cut his leg up, though, they said, also.
Yeah.
He blood, they said, sprayed all over the set.
He doesn't play.
He doesn't play.
He doesn't
play. It's Tippy Tom.
Tippy Tom.
Tippy Tom. But there you have it, the latest from Steve-O and what he's been up to.
Fantabulous.
Maybe we should have pitched that idea. You and I just get really drunk and beat
and
up
do
people.
what we do. Get drunk and we go on other people's shows
right.
and smash their set.
That would have been our
Try to choke them to death.
It's like Steve-O meets Paradise.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. This is very hard to do this with Bill over there. You know what? Jimmy never sits here.
No, I know.
Because it's too close and too far. Like, I have to turn to make eye contact with Bill.
Care.
And then I have to turn back for Opie. It's very...
Well, logically...
It doesn't work.
Logically, that microphone would have stretched over, and then Bill could have sat exactly where he was sitting, but that's all right. Richard, you want to do another song?
Hell yeah, baby. Let's do that song by my good friend Pink Floyd.
I need Billy over there.
Now, do you want me to sing to Anthony, or do you want me to sing to Opie, or be like, I can only pick one because of the microphones?
The audience.
All right, I'll sing to everybody.
Play to the room, man.
This is from our brand new CD coming out in January, everybody. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in that classroom. Teacher, leave those kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave the kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. All in all, it's just another brick in the... Opie and Anthony, can I ask you a question?
Certainly, Richard.
How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? How can you not... What is it? Pudding, meat? How?
No, you didn't.
2, 3, 4, whoa. Thank you very much.
You blew it!
You know.
You blew it!
The kids with their Pink Floyd.
All right, he's got to go.
What time is it? Well, you'd like him to go. What time?
Your band,
they're telling us
to leave.
Yeah,
I'm getting in my ear. Yeah.
What is Ben saying from the office?
That's right, Ben.
Mary Carey's going to be on the show soon, so get the band out.
Is she going to be in the studio today?
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what other basketball players she's fucking.
Bobby, you're going to miss Mary Carey in the studio. He's got to go to JFK, so thanks for having us on. I'll head out, too. I'll just sit in the back.
It's very
and
important.
Watch her.
Where's he going?
He's got a church gig back in Samoa. He's a Filipino. He's going back to Bataan.
Whatever.
But yeah, he's got to go back to L.A. He's got a gig.
Boba Fett.
You want to take us out with one more, Richard?
Hell
Cheese?
yeah, baby.
And
Let's
obviously you could hang. I was just
I'll
messing
stay all
with you.
day. I like you guys. Let's
All
do
right.
a special song by my good friend Snoop Doggy Dogg.
All right.
Bobby Ricotta on the piano. Thank you so much for having us on, kids. With so much drama in the LBC, it's kind of hard being Snoop D-O-double-G. But I somehow, someway, keep coming up with funky ass shit every single day. I got bitches in the living room getting it on, and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So we're gonna smoke an ounce to this, cheese up, hose down, while you motherfuckers bounce to this. Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back, with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Biatch, with my mind on my money and my money on Opie and Anthony. Yeah! Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Good night.
Very nice.
ILoveRichardCheese.com is the website. Do not go there. Thank you.
Hi, this is John Bon Jovi, and I'm proud to be one of the 5 million subscribers to the XM Nation.
Hey, this is Bob Saget. My name's fucked up. Congratulations to XM on 5 million subscribers.
What's up? This is Joe Rogan. Congratulations to XM on 5 million subscribers.
It's crazy. This is what it's all about. Oh, I love this. Wow.
T-Show 36 double D's. T-Show 36 double D's.
Shoving your breast in everyone's face.
36 double D's. T-Show 36 double D's.
Oh, wow.
He just will turn down. Turn down. He just will turn down anywhere.
With the Mount Wednesday.
She'll flash you. She'll flash you.
Hey, I'm all for it.
She'll flash you.
And there's boobs in your face. I'm all for it.
Breast. Hey. This is what it's all about. Oh, I love this.
Wow.
Wow.
Whip them fuckers out.
This is fantastic.
Wow.
Wow. That's why we call it wow.
Let's talk about the boobies. Take your bra and take it off now.
Opie and Anthony, XM 202.
They told me we are all on drugs, yeah. Never getting enough. We are all on drugs, yeah. Give me some of that stuff.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. Chew, chew, chew. Swallow.
Mouth is all full. At least you're not eating that gravelly stuff.
Yeah, that's the first real
granola.
food I've ever seen him eat.
Mm.
It's an actual sandwich.
I ate the rocks before the show. The rocks and twigs.
You did?
Yeah, I just need a little more today.
You have to eat like through the entire show? Is that what you do?
Yeah, my blood sugar thing. Totally healthy, but for some reason I got to continue eating the whole time. He is leaving. Say bye.
That's me.
Oh, hey, Richard.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to take off. Thank you very much. I'm going to sit in the
why?
corner and watch. I'll stay here, but there's a chair shortage.
Yeah.
And although I'd like Mary Carey to sit on me, I don't think she'll go for it. These are for you fellas. These are the official Aperitif for Destruction shirts.
Oh wow!
I think these are too big. I'll make you guys some larges if you don't like XL.
Wow.
Is this going to fit anybody? Is that you there? Nice.
Oh wait.
Will this fit me?
You can wear any size around the house.
That's right.
Yeah.
My mixing guy, he always gets the shirts, and his wife goes, "Oh, you there's a night shirt. Thanks, honey. It's pajamas." Anyway, fellas, thanks a lot for having me on. I appreciate your support over the years.
Richard, thank
Just so
you.
you know, this is it. This is my last appearance ever.
Why?
Because I'm retiring. This is it. I'm done.
Really?
Until we do the reunion tour next year to make the money. So, farewell. God bless y'all, and thanks to the O&A listeners, and we'll see you guys
What's the
soon.
website?
ILoveRichardCheese.com. And make sure you give the I Love Dick thong to Mary Carey.
Well.
In fact, see if you can get her to put it on during the show.
If she ever shows, I think she's like an hour late already. So.
All right. Well, I'll sit here until she gets here. But I won't
Sitting
say
on
anything.
some NBA cock. Doesn't want to get up. She loves the basketball players. Oh my God, she's got stories. She just fucks them all. Every single one. Married, not married. She doesn't care. She fucks them all.
Is she the one that came in that one time with that other one that we
Yes.
cry?
And she was crying. You were here that day.
Oh yeah.
You were here for that too.
Remember that?
Yeah.
God, you've been part of some big shows.
That was a good one. Oof.
A lot of people forgot that you were here for the what's his name there, Bernie Getz show.
After the first two times. Oh, and then I was also here for that Hard Rock thing when all the the racist segment of your fan base showed up.
Damn, when we were doing the live broadcast on the Hard Rock.
Yeah, I was really like, what the fuck kind of show is this?
Oh.
Well,
yes, there's a certain element of our fan base that doesn't seem to know where like a joke ends and true hatred begins.
Yeah.
They kind of skate over that line like it's not even there. Not even there. Yeah. And they think we just love it. You know,
yeah. You get
you guys, right?
I'm doing what you do.
It's the same thing, right? No, well, it's a little subtle difference.
Holy shit. Ben, is this true?
Yeah, no, I've
been
working.
Bye, Richard.
Thanks,
Bernie,
guys. Bernie Getz. Being the 1 year anniversary, it's been so hard to get Bernie back after the last incident.
I saw some of his emails.
I forward you the ones from yesterday now.
Uh-huh.
He's worried about his campaign votes and
right, he's running for not mayor anymore. He's running for what?
I don't even
some type of
some squirrel. I don't know. BernieGetz.com.
Comptroller.
Bernie for mayor.
That's what he's running for.
Yeah. But he may come in next week.
Oh.
He's worried about Opie's temper.
My temper?
Yeah.
A guy that shot 4 people is worried about Opie's temper.
Well, that was the last time he came in. He hasn't been in.
And the funniest part, he's got valid concerns.
Have another.
My temper?
Yeah, so maybe he's...
Are you kidding me?
No.
I went to his website and read his whole platform on everything.
His
Dude,
manifesto?
It is a manifesto. He has his platform, and it involves everything from vegetarianism to squirrels to the economy of New York, what we can do to better. And then he's got like some kind of crime and punishment segment. He's got shot 4 people on the subway.
He was sending emails saying he would never do our show again.
Yeah, but he's worried about. He's trying to win this office now, and
so now he needs.
We can get him elected.
He also said he read that yesterday that XM had 5 million subscribers, so he's like, "Ooh, that could help."
Ah, see,
my whole goal if
everybody
he comes in next
sells
week,
out.
That's right. Even Bernie gets.
My whole goal if he comes in next week is to make him snap again.
Oh, no, well. We should definitely search him this time.
Yeah, that would be nice, considering the last time he ran out of the studio and went for a bag, and we didn't know what the fuck was in the bag. And that was,
none of us ran. We all said, "Look at him. What's he doing?"
He ran. He was like,
"What are you doing?"
By the way, I just saw the president is going to give an address on the war on terror. Could someone tape that just so we can see if there's anything new in this fucking speech that he's going to give? Anything remotely new, or is it the same friggin' speech? There can't be anything new. He's not going to say we're pulling out. He's not going to say we're sending more troops. He's not going to say that. He will say nothing.
Things going according to plan.
Right on, we're on schedule. We're going to stay the course.
America's a strong nation.
Strong. We need to fight terror. Terror there means terror here.
We're going to get in. We're going to rout out terrorists.
Right, we got them on the run. Grumpets can't hide.
Ink a bink bottle of ink, cork it out, and you stink.
What? What? Can you say something that makes any sense?
Run, I can't have no bird in the hand. 2 terrorists in the bush, and we're going to get them.
What? We are?
Man, we're going to fly. Have a couple of wings on them.
Yeah?
When is this speech happening, Sue?
If they put it up on the news, I'm sure it'll happen soon.
All right, we'll have it
Fox
for tomorrow's
will break
show.
in, but yeah, for tomorrow's show. I mean, I got to hear if there's anything new.
And what's going on with Michael Brown, former head of FEMA?
This poor, stupid son of a bitch. I feel bad for him now. He is the scapegoat of the whole Katrina debacle. Obviously, he fucked up as the head of FEMA. He wasn't quite managing the emergency like the E and the M part of FEMA says he's supposed to do.
So when these disasters happen, FEMA swoops in and they're supposed to take care of everything, basically?
Right. They're supposed to be the guys that organize whatever aid is needed and take care of business. And this guy's the head of it. He had no experience beforehand in emergency management.
He was supposed to stop the hurricane.
Right. Get in the way and halt.
And this is what New Orleans heard instead of them swooping in. This is what they heard for about a week.
Yeah. And the finger-pointing just will not stop. Everyone is blaming everybody when the truth of the matter is everyone that was in charge of anything was to blame because none of them really picked up the ball and did anything. From the mayor all the way up to the president. Not even the mayor, from some of the heads of these little elected officials from these parishes. What the fuck is a parish? Is that the only place they use that term? What happened to town? The town of Islip. Things like that. Only down there you get the parish. It's just another creepy southern backwards term.
Haven't gotten cable yet?
Yeah. Here in the parish. A little house on the prairie. Didn't they live in a parish? Sleepy Eye? What was that, a township? I don't know.
What's that, a township?
But everything, all these little elected officials, all the way up to the president. It was just a clusterfuck. And then this Brown clown is thrown out of office, the head of FEMA, and now they have this little investigation going on, so he's being questioned by a bipartisan committee, and they are ripping him an ass. Like he's the one guy. They hold him up and go, well, you see, because if they can find one guy to blame, then they're not to blame. Their buddies aren't to blame, just this guy. But
that must be amazing when you realize that you're going to be the guy.
You're the guy. How awful
you're
is
pointing
that?
To, yeah, it's him, and all of a sudden they all start coming at you.
Like,
you're like,
no, wait a minute. No one's pointing at the guy I'm pointing at.
Yeah.
You're the guy. Wow, that is bad,
and you
man.
walk in with that Lee Harvey Oswald lump on your eye going, yeah, okay, I'm the patsy. I'm the patsy. Some dude just shoots you right in the stomach. Oh!
Done. Problem solved. It was all him. He's dead now. Let's move on with our lives. Yeah, everyone is pointing at this guy.
The lone gunman.
The truth of the matter is, they're all guilty of neglecting the situation, but he's still trying. You know, God bless him. He's still pointing his fingers. They sat him down at this committee, and he would not take responsibility.
Yeah, we got some audio of that. Let's go to it right now.
Sure it didn't happen. The session amounted to a bipartisan public flogging.
You folks fell on your face. You get an F- in my book.
I don't know how you can sleep at night.
You were clueless.
How do you get an F-?
First of all, who the fuck is that guy?
Some congressional friggin' committee member.
Yeah. Oh.
Some awful guy who now, you know, his buddies down there could be responsible, but, you know, we got to make this guy the fall guy.
How does one get an F-?
F- in my book.
I hate all that shit. Let's give 110%.
And you realize
stops
watching
at 100.
You know, they're boring as shit to watch, but you realize if you sit down and watch them for a while, when you watch these congressmen, senators sitting down at these committees and talking, and it's on C-SPAN or wherever it is, they have no charisma, no panache. Nothing. They have no material. They use old, worn-out cliches. Their public speaking is awful. They shake. They're just like your stupid neighbor. You love to think that there's something more. That the government, man, they're running things. It's got to be something more. No,
these guys are
idiots. I like when they try to present like their catchphrase for the election, and they try to put some sort of like just any sort of acting or any sort of personality into it. Like, remember John
The Punisher!
John Carrey, he comes up like saluting. He's like, Senator Carrey reporting for duty. And you're like, what? Oh, like Hillary Clinton. Her big thing was, she's like, enough is enough. And you know they told her to say it twice to make the point. And then she goes, you gets this hacky applause back, and she's like, enough is enough. It's like, I can't vote for you.
No.
You're not even a person. You sound like your batteries are wearing down.
People are buying this shit out there.
She has the worst machine delivery of any politician. She does that slow build thing. We as Americans need to be more concerned about our people in New Orleans. Who the fuck?
Plus, I like how she even got in there. Yeah, I was married to a guy who did this. So,
Something rubs off.
My boyfriend's a construction worker, so yeah, I'd like to build a house.
Yeah, there's something wrong there. Right.
My career brought me to the White House as a wife of the fucking president, but I picked out the dishes for the big dinners we used to have. That's a very important duty.
I know my way around.
Right. She is the worst.
Let's go back to the
reporting for duty. That was so badly staged.
If you could find either one of those clips, I'm not even exaggerating that bad.
Yeah, and some of the papers actually had the picture of him saluting with reporting for duty, trying to make it a catchphrase. Oof.
Looking like Herman Munster.
Grandpa, I'm reporting for duty, Grandpa. Eddie. Salute your father, Eddie.
All right, let's get back to the audio of the congressional hearing. These guys are just like you and I. They're nothing special.
Nothing.
You'll see them in the restaurants and the bars when they're not working, trying to get as much booze into their fat, bloated faces.
Yeah. And
just
then
like
they're just holier than thou in these situations.
Oh, yeah.
Just, I'm giving you an F-.
I'm taking you to task.
Right. How about I look at your record and I grade it on the high school grading that you're giving me? I'm a professional, been working for years, been out of school, and this motherfucker's going to knock me back down to high school level and give me an F.
You, sir, get no stars.
Yeah, like that. Oh, no glittery gold star for you today,
You couldn't go to summer school long enough in my book.
You, sir, get a frowny face.
Yeah. The guy's grading his clay camp ashtray he made.
If it was up to me,
where he is.
If it was up to me, you would stay indoors for recess. That's how bad your hurricane coverage was.
You'll have no extracurricular activities. What a scumbag.
Let's go to the F- guy.
Sure it didn't happen.
The session amounted to a bipartisan public flogging.
You folks fell on your face. You get an F- in my book.
I don't know how you can sleep at night.
You were clueless about what was happening.
But the
This sounds like my parents talking to me when I was like 15 years old.
And there he is sitting there. But I was just doing. No one told me anything.
You pick any day last week, and that same committee could be talking to me. You are absolutely clueless.
You know, Bill, in my book, F- in his book. What book?
You get an F- in my book.
In my book.
This is the speech you get when you miss curfew when you were a kid.
Yeah.
From your parents.
This guy is an adult. He was the head of FEMA. Regardless of how badly he fucked up, he's an adult.
He's being scolded like a 5-year-old.
Oh, my God. Everyone's taking a turn around the room.
Now I had to back up again. Listen.
Pile on.
Bipartisan public flogging.
You folks fell on your face. Right. You get an F- in my book.
I don't know how you can sleep at night.
You were clueless about what was happening.
But the embattled former FEMA director gave it back.
I've overseen over 150 presidentially declared disasters. I know what I'm doing.
Indeed, though he admitted to some mistakes, Brown unabashedly placed much of the blame for Katrina chaos with local Louisiana officials.
My biggest mistake was not recognizing by Saturday that Louisiana was dysfunctional.
When he would say things like this, my mistake, you're thinking he's going to go, my mistake was not getting resources in there quickly enough. My mistake was not making sure the communication lines were open between me and the people that need it. My mistake was not seeing what a fuck up this was.
I know, exactly.
He's saying his whole mistake was not realizing how fucked up that place was from the get-go. There's some real responsibility grabbing. God, but you know something? Can you blame the guy? He goes around the room, they just lambast him, and he's supposed to be now the last guy that just bashes himself? I'd be trying to pull myself out of the barrel,
also,
too.
he was saying it's my fault that I didn't realize how fucked up New Orleans was.
How fucked up New Orleans was.
Before
the hurricane. Exactly. No communication. The mayor and the fucking governor can't stand each other.
You know
they
what?
still
That's a
can't.
good way to go. He
It
just
is a
wasn't
good
too
way.
clear.
That's why when I saw this yesterday, I was like, God damn, he's sharp. That's the great way to go.
He contended that the mayor and governor ignored his call for evacuations and that the state was too mired in political infighting to let FEMA work.
I very strongly, personally regret that I was unable to persuade Governor Blanco and Mayor Nagin to sit down, get over their differences, and work together.
Blanco called the charges shocking, and Nagin...
Obviously, Mr. Brown is, maybe under a lot of pressure. I feel kind of sorry for him.
Since Katrina, fairly or unfairly...
That's perfect. That is perfect. He pretty much just said, look, the guy's having a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
but
so.
he handled it. He didn't lose his shit. Like, don't try to pin it on me.
Right.
He painted the other guy as a psycho.
Oh, look.
He's having a really bad day. So.
Obviously, a lot of pressure.
I'm going to take the high road.
It's taking its toll. A lot of pressure. Look, and then finishing it with, I feel sorry for the guy. What a bunch of scumbags.
Since Katrina, fairly or unfairly, Brown has emerged as the national scapegoat and late-night punching bag.
No word yet on Mr. Brown's future plans, though sources say he does want to spend more time doing nothing for his family.
But the drubbing on the Hill was as bad as it gets.
I want to know how you coordinated the evacuation.
By urging the governor and the mayor to order the mandatory evacuation.
And that's coordinating?
What would you like for me to do, Congressman?
Well, and that's why I'm happy you left.
I guess you want me to be this superhero that is going to step in there and suddenly take everybody out of New Orleans.
No.
I like this guy.
No, what I wanted you to do was do your job of coordinating.
You know something? The motherfucker delegated responsibility to the mayor and the governor of that state. And they did nothing.
This is what just happened. That guy who asked the question about coordinating thought he was just going to get away with it.
Right.
And then the guy threw it back in his face. Well, what would you have me do? And he's like, coordinate.
Your job, sir.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what the fuck.
He didn't have an answer for him.
He just wants to get on CNN so he can have his I'm outraged clip.
I like this guy, though. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I like the way he operates.
Yo, what the fuck am I
supposed to do? What, I got a fucking cape, you asshole?
He should have dropped the F-bomb. What the fuck was I supposed to do? Take everybody out by their hand? I told him to fucking leave.
Yeah. Mandatory evacuation. Now, mayor, governor, get your people the fuck out.
Fatty with the red tie.
Yeah, I would love to see one of those guys do that.
You might as well. You're going to get fired.
Yeah.
And then you know what?
He is fired. He's
He
done.
is fired.
All right.
He doesn't even have to be there at this point.
And then all of a sudden, every moron with the pickup truck, whatever that fucking guy's name is, so-and-so for president.
Yeah.
And he said, fuck.
Right.
I like this guy.
They love him.
And I think we have another track here. Michael Brown's isolated comments.
I've overseen over 150 presidentially declared disasters. I know what I'm doing. My biggest mistake was not recognizing by Saturday that Louisiana was dysfunctional. I very strongly, personally regret that I was unable to persuade Governor Blanco and Mayor Nagin to sit down, get over their differences, and work together.
I want to know how you coordinated the evacuation.
By urging the governor and the mayor to order the mandatory evacuation.
Beautiful.
And that's coordinating?
Yeah.
What would you like for me to do, Congressman?
Well, and that's why I'm happy you left.
I guess you want me to be this superhero that is going to step in there and suddenly take everybody out of New Orleans.
No, what I wanted you to do was do your job of coordinating.
That right there gets an applause break on Oprah.
Absolutely.
What you people need to do is get a job. He didn't say anything.
Yeah. Do your job. That's why I'm glad you left. Yeah, you're out. Good.
That's why I'm glad. You see him in the voice. Like he was literally regrouping there. Like, oh fuck.
He had nothing.
Now he's making me look like a shithead. That guy, he should have dropped the F-bomb.
Absolutely.
And that one guy sounded really squirrely, like very just nerdy. You think you wanted a piece of him outside?
FEMA is supposed to manage and delegate responsibility like that.
He should have described Louisiana even harsher.
Mm-hmm.
Dysfunctional. It was too PC.
Yep.
He should have just been like, look, had I known how fucked up that state was.
They just know, and it's coming out now, the head of the New Orleans Police Department quit. Now these slight rumors, allegations are coming up that they said that 500 or so cops walked off the job and left and have not returned. Now they're saying they can only find 80 of these cops that actually walked off. They're starting to insinuate that perhaps hundreds of cops are on the New Orleans payroll and do not exist.
Every 3 years, 60 Minutes does something on New Orleans.
Yeah.
How fucked up a town
How corrupt it is. Very corrupt. So where's this pay going?
Oof. Can you imagine?
Oh.
Well, they'll get to the bottom of that.
Yeah, let's send them billions of dollars to fix that dam.
Yeah. Whew. Awful.
Opie and Anthony movie trailers. What do you guys say?
Yep.
This bit had so much promise in the beginning. Opie and Anthony movie trailers.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's too late.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
Steve.
People really enjoy the Jetson cart thing.
I'm glad I fucked it up
And
today.
you really fucked it up.
I was so glad.
People just laugh and laugh and laugh over that one, and they talk about it over and over again. They say it's one of the best things we've done recently, and
So
you
if you
just
could
casually walk in without the thing.
I think it's horribly egocentric to walk in and go, "Excuse me, can I have my sound, please?" Isn't that a little?
No, not at all. It's called being a team player.
If I knew what that word meant, I would agree with you, I guess.
Thank you.
All right, Opie and Anthony movie trailers.
Right.
Do we want to go down this road again?
Sure.
Steve, are they getting better?
They are getting better. People are actually figuring out the concept of a movie trailer, and they're assembling. What?
No, he's like paranoid now. I attacked him one day. I'm agreeing with you. Like, yeah, they're fucking idiots.
They are grasping the concept of a movie trailer. They're putting coherent drops and sequence, and it's telling a story, and there's dramatic music behind it, so they are improving. I still have to filter through about 15 to get 6 of them that are decent, but...
All right. Sometime next week, we're going to do, like, the top 5 best Opie and Anthony movie trailers.
Right.
Just to make it a little fun for everybody.
Okay.
So we're going to attempt to listen to a few of these now. Are you saying this one's really good?
I'm saying that's the only one that came in last night, so I didn't want to reburn the entire other disc.
Okay. So it's not that good?
It's the best one that came in last night. I got 4 last night, and that's the only one that was worth committing to a disc.
All right. The first Opie and Anthony movie trailers by Justin. It says take 2. What does that mean?
Oh, he tried once. We bashed him. So he shot another one at us.
Oh, he's back.
Hey, and
he's back.
If these aren't good, we're going to blame you like the head of FEMA.
Nothing new.
You are not doing your job.
That is nothing new. I have been a scapegoat many times.
Here we go.
In a time when censorship rules the land.
You can't say that now.
And originality no longer exists.
All of radio rips me off.
One radio program dares to tell the truth to the American people.
Fuck you, asshole.
Opie and Anthony, and pleasure for me always.
Starring Opie.
Because I don't know what was going on that day, fuckface.
Anthony.
I'm getting dressed up. I need some spats.
And featuring Jim Norton.
I have the metabolism of a glacier.
Our heroes take on the queen of all media in the biggest pat battle the world has ever known.
I'm brilliant every day. Every single friggin' day. Thank you.
Holy shit, are you kidding me?
I invented cursing, Robin. Fuck. I said that first.
You're fucking pissing me off.
Stop it.
Aw, don't get all angry and yell.
I can say anything I want.
How could you say that?
I invented everything. I invented the satellite, Robin.
Shut the fuck up.
Can you shut up?
Shut up.
Shut up, bitch.
Opie and Anthony versus Howard Stern.
Coming January 2006.
And it's going to get ugly. That's pretty good, actually. I like that
not
one.
Bad.
What do you think, Steve?
They're improving. They're improving. I mean, if you pull the actual production value out of it and listen just for story and context, that was good.
Well, they don't have the same machines that you work with.
Exactly. That's why I'm not really being too critical of that.
All right, the next one is Jim Norton Returns. This is from Screech in Philly. Decent concept? Do you like this
concept?
He first blew you under the porch.
We would pretend that it was raining monster rain, and we would go under a porch and blow each other.
Next, he interviewed at Ozfest.
You did something in a dress. I don't. It was fucking. It was in Philadelphia. I mean, Kim from YSP was telling me that you did something in a dress. I don't know what it was. Did you go on stage in a dress, or did you do something in public with a dress?
Coming this Halloween.
He's back.
Jimmy Norton returns in a tale of debauchery.
You get that same girl Julie to sit on my face because she would wet her pants all the time. I like the way it smelled.
He preys on the souls of the young.
I don't go to bed with other men. If I was, I'd molest your children.
And craves the affection of the elderly.
Do you know what that one sounds like? Can you play that one more time? Can you picture a cancer patient laying on his side with atrophied legs? That's what that one sounds like. Listen, it sounds like a cancer patient. Listen, oh, we love you, Pop.
Jim Norton returns, coming this Halloween.
All right, that's not bad.
Not bad,
The
not shabby. The concept is there, too.
Yeah. Jimmy's coming back for 3 days, I don't know, in another week or so.
No way, really?
He comes back for 3 days and then goes right back out to Hollywood for another 3 weeks. So, all right, that was Screech in Philly. Moving on, this is by Damien. A love story.
This was cute. So this avoids the whole big whoosh bang dramatic music adventure movie thing and goes the very sweet lighthearted route.
Love is an accident waiting to happen. Desire is a stranger you think you know.
I know I'm the whore on the head. You're never going to leave your wife.
Intimacy is a lie we tell ourselves.
Take it easy, man. Stay in touch.
All right, Bill, take care.
See you, bye. So awkward having, like, one chick on the phone and the other chick right here in the studio. And
truth is a game we play to win.
Being cordial to each other, but, banging's going on.
Sometimes we hurt the ones we love the most.
Out of stage 4 damage, I have stage 3 damage. I'm 1 inch from surgery.
If you believe in love at first sight,
Bill Burns, studio.
Fucking idiot is you gotta make it 2 months.
You never stop looking.
Me or her?
Whackbag Pictures presents.
I want to bite somebody's fucking face for that.
In association with Ben's Hog.
He's literally busting a nut in this girl's face. It's horrific.
A story of love.
Someone getting naked and hug in the woods.
Betrayal.
I can't tell you how many times last week I asked for this to be fixed.
A foot.
I have a foot thing on my foot.
And the assholes that we all have. O&A. A love story.
Wow.
He almost pulled it off. I don't know.
That one's pretty good.
You like it?
Yeah, it's one of those sensitive ones.
Yeah, it's a very sensitive one. He littered it with the stupid movie cliches that all those trailers have.
Yeah.
It's the same stupid lines over and over again that can apply to any one of those movies.
And it's showing our confusion, and it's like, do we love Jimmy Norton or do we love Bill Burr? We don't know. We don't know. How's this going to end?
Yeah.
I got a good idea.
You do?
Yeah.
What does the fuck does that mean?
Coming to the stage in the Aku Aku in Worcester. Keep it going for your headliner, Bill Burr. How's it going? I haven't seen a poo-poo platter since I moved.
All right, here's Mark in North Carolina. Another O&A movie trailer.
Norton had me dying. How are you describing
Opie and Anthony, New York's highest-rated radio show.
young boy in the lad bag?
just that he would be confused and trying to turn it out, and the little feet noise would be crinkle, crinkle in a little bag.
They had everything they could possibly want.
Can't arrest the voyeur boss.
This is legal, isn't it?
Of course, we're getting ready for the 55-gallon drum challenge, Anthony.
That is until they faced the unexpected.
We're in St. Pat's, and he's doing the balloon knot inside, and that security guy is coming up to us right now. All right. Hey, come on, let him go. They're okay there. No, let him go.
Stinks.
Are shock jocks going too far? This week, New York-based DJs Opie and Anthony were fired.
Anyway, you know, those are the guys who have little contests on their show. They wanted people to have sex in surprising places, and St. Patrick's, I found that rather a surprising place to have sex.
On a movie
They
trailer.
spent 2 years out of commission.
One time Anthony called me and I was actually on the X where JFK got shot. The governor of New Jersey's gay and we're not on the air? Who saw Dr. Zachary Smith from Lost in Space dying while we were off the air? The nerve!
Then, like a shining beacon in the sky, they saw their destiny.
Can I just say fuck?
Beyond AM, beyond FM, it's XM satellite radio.
They got a second chance to face their enemies.
Your name is not really Opie, okay? What the bleep's your problem, man?
Radio edit. Greg Hughes.
Jeffrey, there's no Santa Claus. Jeffrey, there's no Santa Claus. It's your dad.
Anthony Cumia.
Yeah, north. Well, the west side, I think, sir, is this. BAM!
Jim Norton.
I don't care if you throw your XM down the toilet, buy a Sirius, and then fuck your mother.
Steve Cardisi.
Ramon, clean this up.
Ben Sparks.
Opie and Anthony.
The virus. There is no antidote.
Holy crap.
That was way too long.
Holy crap.
I remember what happened with this one. Mark sent in 4 or 5 different versions, and each time I was trying to be polite.
Oh, my God.
And just say, keep trying.
Oh, my God.
Keep trying. That is way too long.
Oh, my God.
A good length for these would be 60 seconds.
Yeah.
60 seconds, get in, tell your story, get out. That was almost 3 minutes long.
People have been with us today with the movie trailer thing, but that one just took a lot of people out of the game. We got just a couple more Opie and Anthony movie trailers. Let's move right on to John S. in Hartford, Connecticut.
This feels like a telethon now.
Oh.
Still want to raise another 30 grand, people.
Yeah, here's his try at an Opie and Anthony movie trailer.
An epidemic is spreading throughout the nation.
Reports are flying in from all over the country now. It appears we're not going to be able to stop it. We're going to have to hope to contain it.
A plague of talentless female radio co-hosts.
I read somewhere that their periods attract bears.
Ruining what could potentially be an adequate morning program.
You hear that, Ed? Bears. Now you're putting the whole station in jeopardy.
No one is safe.
Oh, Pan. Look, I don't know what to tell you guys. Got handed to me from corporate. It's out of my hands.
Not even Opie and Anthony.
You've got a fucking hole.
O&A Films, in association with Walt Disney Pictures, presents Holes 2, The Attack of the Vag.
Believe it or not, Alexander more gay than Troy was. And Troy, pretty gay.
Yeah, I guess I think you're gay. Brad Pitt is like my husband.
So how are the hookers treating you?
Now, that is just wrong. Nobody wants to hear about that. No self-respecting woman would ever do that as a profession. And I think you guys are just promoting the degradation of women.
Oh, fucking kill me, Opie. Anthony. And in the role she was born to play, an overexposed, no-talent, emphysematic twat, Terry stars in Holes 2, The Attack of the Vag.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is Terry broadcasting live from Rome, which is where thousands and thousands of Jews were tortured and killed unmercifully by Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Holes 2. The plague is spreading. Now playing at One Market Sensations everywhere. Check your local station for details.
Hey, wow, that guy picked up on a lot of good stuff that we've talked about on this show.
That's not bad.
The morning shows that have to have a fucking chick in there to do absolutely nothing, but just to balance everything out, so it's all okay.
It's the voice of reason.
That is really...
That was a great one. That was a great one.
I like the concept, definitely. All right, we're almost done here, kiddies. This is a short one. A song for Murder by Gage? What is this?
This is, I'm almost tempted to just say end on that last one.
Well, we have this one, too.
It's not awful, but, he was going that route of the Quinn Martin production piece. And, but stacked up against the one we just heard, I don't know.
In a world where all lounge music is ruled by one man.
The guys get shirts. Don't make a fucking maniac out of it. The guys get shirts.
A hero will rise from obscurity.
I'm Richard fucking G!
To save us all. Opie and Anthony present a Quinn Martin production, A Song for Murder.
Wow, that was bad.
Holy shit, that was really
really
bad.
awful.
You didn't need to give us
I think
that
it was
one.
You should hear the ones that I haven't given you.
All right.
The didgeridoo in the background really made that one.
Here's the deal. Starting tonight, when you get these, only bring the ones that might
not suck.
Might not suck. Oof.
Yeah.
We're done with playing the ones that suck.
Oof, all right.
I think this bit's just about over.
All right.
We have one more.
I think the new bit is like, what do you think about in the middle of one of those things? Like, where the fuck does your mind go?
I went to a happy place in the middle of that one.
I was just thinking, I got to buy a light for my kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. This is Dan from opieanthony.net.
I unplugged the iron.
Another fine fan site, opieanthony.net. Here we go.
Coming this fall, 3 men, 1 console, 1 terrifying slam after another. Opie and Anthony star in The Console Slammers. Ebert and Robert give it 2 fists down, way down.
Fucking phone's busy.
The New York Times calls it confusing, and the Church of Opie says it's downright blasphemy. OpieAnthony.net presents The Console Slammers. It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry.
Oh, that's okay. I don't feel like I just started radio again. I don't feel like I'm doing overnights in god-awful Buffalo for $12,000 a year. Don't worry about it. I guess I'll see the secret gadgets when they hit the market in a year.
It'll make you hate the listeners even more for pointing this out. How much abuse can one console take before it starts to fight back?
We're the home of rights. Oh, no.
Right on my fucking foot!
The Console Slammers, now playing in Opie CD player.
Okay, terrific.
Oh, boy.
Another bad one.
Holy shit, are we going to have to regroup? Holy mother
Sort
of
of
God.
an original concept, though.
It was an original concept.
This wasn't enough
I guess
audio.
Way too long.
We
to
do this a
support
lot.
it. Yes.
You
primarily.
I do it a lot.
Oh, do you?
No, we all do that a lot, but that's what he picked up on.
Yeah, he picked up on console slamming and made a movie
trailer.
trailer.
Made a whole fucking thing out
And
of
that
it.
shit fell on Norton's foot.
All right, GameFly.com is the world's leading online video game rental service. It's very, very easy if you're a gamer. You send a game back, and the next game on your queue list is automatically sent. A lot of our listeners are checking out the GameFly.com, absolutely loving it. GameFly lets you have up to 2 games at a time, games that you can keep as long as you want without any late fees. And if you really like the game you're playing, you simply click Keep It in your game queue, and you get the mint condition box and manual delivered to you, all at a great member discount. Go to GameFly.com/XM to get signed up. It only costs $21.95 a month, but you can start with a free 2-week XM trial, no commitments. You can cancel anytime. Start playing the latest releases or games you've always wanted to play. At GameFly.com, there are over 2,500 titles to choose from: Xbox, PS2, GameCube, all the consoles. 2 games at a time, no shipping charges either way. Keep the games as long as you like with no late fees. All the games you want. Go to GameFly.com. That's GameFly.com/XM and plug in XM in the promo code box for your special offer. It's GameFly.com. Yes, when we get back, we're going to do Marry Carrey. Mary Carey is here, and we're going to do a little America Fuck Yeah as we go to break. Check this out.
America, America.
Hey, this is Alpha Ministry. Congratulations to XM on 5 million insane subscribers.
Hey, everybody, this is Maury Povich. Congratulations to XM on 5 million subscribers.
Hey, this is Dick Cavett, and congratulations to XM on 5 million subscribers. I don't believe it.
Ben's hog is just big enough for my baby.
Well, I do have big tits, goddammit.
God damn it, what nice.
Whip 'em out Wednesday.
Whip 'em out Wednesday.
All right, you're checking out the Opie and Anthony program. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Let's not forget about that. We do have some kind of wow line. I don't know what's going on with that. The promo should be running maybe later today or tomorrow at least. Just another way to participate in the wow program, especially for all you truckers out there that get to see a lot from your big rigs. If you need a sticker, we're sending out the wow stickers every single day here in New York City. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope to us here. What's the address? 111 West 57th Street, New York, 10019? Yes. Correct. Bingo. That address is up on opieandanthony.com. You get your wow stickers, you throw them on your ride, and I'm telling you, there are ladies out there that will flash if they see the wow. And ladies, if you're feeling it, do it. We could use more ladies that are willing to participate, okay? All right. Also, I guess next week, Tuesday, will mark the 1-year anniversary of us coming to satellite radio.
Wow.
1 year at XM.
That went quick.
On Tuesday. I don't know what we got planned for next week. We're going to play like old clips from our first show, our first week of shows, things like that. I guess we'll have some people calling in and guests and whatnot. But the big party, what, Eric?
1 year, what do you learn?
Timing was a little off.
Yeah. Your timing was horrendous. You had to jump in and say that we're going to do what?
We're doing listener 1 year, what do you learn? So they can go to the website and send us in.
For a whole year? Wow.
But that's going to be a long bit. We're going to have to read them all? We'll filter it out. Thanks, Eric. I didn't even...
Oh, he wasn't
there
even
he
leaving.
He's going back to the Opie and Anthony auction.
Oh, his big thing is he tries not to stand in front where he can see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yell from 20 feet away from the mic.
Holy crap, you just took me out of my game so bad it's not even funny. But he's working really hard on the Opie and Anthony auction. That's ending very, very soon. The link is up on opieandanthony.com. All proceeds will help the victims of Hurricane Katrina, and there's a few items still left. They're all going away in about 2 or 3 days, and that'll be it for the auction. I think we raised well over $50,000 so far, heading toward about $70,000, $75,000. What I wanted to say, Anthony.
Yes.
Even though it's been, we marked the year next Tuesday, I guess. We're going to have a huge Halloween bash to officially celebrate 1 year at Satellite.
Oh, we're announcing this.
1 year at XM. Yeah, it's going to be at the Hard Rock Cafe in the heart of Times Square there.
Nice.
And it's going to be great. Anthony's brother's band, 2U, will be playing.
Yes.
The U2 tribute band will be there. A couple more tribute bands. I think a Rush tribute band and a AC/DC tribute band. That's right. And what we're looking for from our fine, faithful listeners, we want you to show up with costumes because it's Halloween, but it's costumes that have something to do with the Opie and Anthony program.
Sound clip, things we talk about. It's easy. Us. Guests.
We're looking for a lot of creativity, and we're going to have some really big prizes for the winners. So we'll have a costume contest, we'll have the tribute bands, and lots of alcohol. Okay?
Right.
So start spreading the word. It's going to be Halloween night at the Hard Rock Cafe in the heart of Times Square.
Should be a nice mellow event.
Oh, holy crap. Get there early because it's going to be just a zoo.
A madhouse.
I think we're getting about 600 people. That's about it. That's about it. And I think we're going to have some special passes we'll give out on the show, maybe for some of the listeners that live far away and can make it to the city for the party. We'll see. We're figuring out the details as we speak. So
nice.
Want to say hi to Mary Carey,
friend
of the show. We haven't talked to her in a while. She had to wait a long time. I'm sorry. Holy shit! How much weight did you lose?
I know. I didn't even.
Wow. How much weight did you lose?
I don't really know.
You look like a different person.
And I got my teeth done too. These are like $9,000 in new teeth here.
Really?
$9,000 for porcelain teeth.
What happened to the other ones?
Someone knocked
you know, they actually grind them down.
Right.
And then it's very scary, and then they stick these things on. And they're very sensitive.
See, I would never get rid of my original teeth unless they start falling out.
See, that's what's scary is if in 10 years I don't have any money and I'm broke, these are going to probably rot off. That's the only thing that sucks.
How will they rot off?
I don't know. They break down, they said.
Really?
They break down?
Yeah. You guys, I was looking at this.
Oh, my God. Wait. I want to just go with this for one more second. So they're grinding your teeth. Don't you get a weird feeling like that you're losing part of your body?
Your teeth.
You do, yeah. It's scary if they let you see yourself in the mirror because then you're like, oh, my God, I have sticks for teeth. You know, like, And then when I first got them in, I wasn't used to them being so, like, big, and I wouldn't open my mouth. I was like, oh my God, they're so big. But now I like them.
You like them now? Now you're happy with your teeth? And
you have to get used to, like, giving blowjobs, because they're like, oh, wow.
Got to open up the mouth a little wider.
And losing weight was pretty easy. I basically, I'm not friends with Tawny anymore.
Well, Tawny, let's back up a little bit. Last time Mary Carey was in studio, Tawny was with her sidekick. And we made her cry really bad.
Yeah,
she's a complete mess. She
didn't want to be called a
He thought she was a mess then. You should see her now.
Really? She's beautiful, by the way. Absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous, yeah.
And we saw you guys after the show at the Park Meridian, and she doesn't even remember that we were the guys that made her cry because she was still crying. And she came up and met us like she was meeting us for the first time. And we're looking at her like, you got tears in your eyes still because we made you cry about an hour ago, but she doesn't remember that.
Actually, I talked to her yesterday. I said, I'm going on Opie and Anthony. She goes, did I go on that show with you? I said, yes, I go.
The female Steve-O.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, she's great, but by stopping hanging out with her so much, because she's now, like, dating a pimp, so I don't talk to her anymore.
Oh, boy.
I stopped eating, like, the 3 bean and cheese burritos at 3 in the morning every night, and I cut back on the drinking, and it's amazing. If you don't eat Taco Bell at 3 in the morning, you lose weight, you know?
Yeah, you lost a lot of weight. I mean, you look good the other way, too. But
like, you look fat, but...
I mean, but when someone loses, you got to acknowledge it. You lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, and it's weird. It happened pretty fast. And like, so everyone in porn, of course, because porn people think,
you're
on crack. And I'm like, no.
No, they don't think that.
That's me. I never tried.
You lose weight.
Yeah, you don't have the ninja, do you?
What's the ninja? No, I just stopped.
You don't have the high five, do you?
What's that? I'm like so.
AIDS?
Oh no, I don't have AIDS.
All right.
They think that you've got. No, I don't have AIDS. They think that you're on drugs. Everyone's like, did you get drugs? I'm like, no. Not drinking so much. No Taco Bell.
Did it mess up your tits?
No. They're still good. Want to see?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God, hey, they are good still. All right. All right. They're very nice. Jesus.
Sound effect kind of ruined it, though.
I know.
Yeah. Is that a bad boob sound effect?
Yeah.
What's a good boob sound effect?
Silence.
Yep.
Just
nothing.
Jiggle them.
My favorite boob sound effect is wee wah 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 wah.
I think everyone wants more silence from me. Oh, so this is my vagina, I guess. Is this? What did you do to it?
Oh yeah, you gave us your vagina the last time you were here, and now it's
plastic finger in it.
Yeah, now it's a pencil holder.
You know, I actually always thought that they looked like that. I'm always like, what is this, the Mary Carey pencil holder? Like, but why the mousetrap?
Who snapped a mousetrap on her labia?
Well, it's a mousetrap on a snitch.
Well, my favorite thing, the box says...
That's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, I thought it was, but I had to explain it to him.
It says I have full
Carrot
lips
Top
on
again, but he could do 20 minutes on that.
Right.
This is pretty cool.
That's a closing bit right there.
I made my boyfriend fuck my rubber vagina.
Oh, yeah?
I can say the F word, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had him. I was, like, out of town. I was actually here. And I was
Wait,
like,
you got a boyfriend?
I have a boyfriend now, you guys.
How weird is that?
No more NBA players.
No?
And only him, yeah.
Wow.
He's here today.
Oh, really?
Wait, so I don't really get this thing, man. I don't get being a porn star but having someone you love on the side.
Well, because I don't...
Try to explain that to me.
I haven't done a boy-girl movie for a long time.
So it's okay if you're just doing other girls?
Yeah, I actually let another girl, like, give him a blowjob the other day at a strip club.
Oh, wow, nice.
But doesn't that freak you out because you're in love with him?
No, I was kind of like... Because the girls would kind of, like, look up to me at the strip clubs. I'm like, yeah, suck his dick. Because I want to see...
Do you realize us regular guys, if we just look at another girl on the sidewalk, we're in deep shit? But you porn stars, like, you have this whole thing going where you're in love with some guy, but you're screwing other guys on film, but that's okay. I don't get it.
No, but I don't do other guys, and he would get...
But there's other porn stars we've talked about. They have the same thing. They got the guy that they're in love with, but they're still allowed to have sex on film.
Yeah, they say that bullshit.
And there's no jealousy. And I'm like,
I don't believe that. There'd be jealousy.
I understand. She's just at work.
Yeah.
That's her job.
Yeah.
They don't understand. That's called bad relationship, in my opinion. I mean, there's no way to understand that.
But the rules with you is he's okay with it as long as you're doing other girls on film.
Other girls, he's gonna be there. Like he'd get mad 'cause me and Tawny were kind of girlfriends too for a while. Like she actually gets drunk and goes to him, "You stole my Mary," you know, and we were girlfriends. So if I were to go off with Tawny, not tell him and have sex with her, then it would be bad.
Have you always been bisexual though?
I think so. I remember being like 12 years old and like wanting to look at girls naked.
Ooh.
I don't know why.
Really?
I've always liked girls,
Yeah.
but I think girls look better naked, but sex with guys is way better.
And it's okay with the company you work for that you're not doing guys on film anymore?
Well, I just haven't shot a movie for a while because when I gained weight, I don't think they wanted to shoot me. Then I didn't want to shoot a movie because I was like I'm kind of scared of like porn guys now that I'm older, like 2 years older than I was a couple of years ago. I realize how disgusting they are. Like they're pretty germy guys, man. They're like having sex like it's kind of gross. You know?
Wait, you seem like you're a changed woman. It seems like another year or two from now you're going to be like a mother with your kid here. And
I don't know about that.
Porn
Still, I like to get drunk every night, so I don't think you can be a good mother when you're drunk every night.
Ah, sure you can.
You think so?
Yeah, you get the kid drunk. They just lay there.
No, but I'm going to do movies with him, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think we'll do movies with him, and maybe we'll do threesomes with other girls. But he won't have sex with other girls, because then I would get mad.
And you get girls to blow him?
Well, we did that last weekend, and I didn't mind.
Why, was it a special occasion for you guys?
Well, no, I was drunk, and I was in
Flag Day.
I was in a strip club. I was drunk in a strip club, and the girl was all over me, and I was like, wow, this girl will do whatever I say. And because these girls are like, oh, my God, Mary Carey, you know? So I was like, suck his dick. And, isn't his dick pretty? And she did. And we did it together at the same time. It was fun. And then I licked her pussy while he had sex with me. Huh. We videotaped it. Is that for, you guys don't do that?
Well, no.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Quite a sport.
Yeah, right on.
I mean, and then it's when I told us, so we went out to dinner with his friend and conservative girlfriend, and of course I hated the girlfriend, so I wanted to make her uncomfortable. So I start going into how I let other girls suck his dick and stuff to make her feel just like I'm no fun, and yeah, it was pretty bad. I love my pussy.
Is that the Olive Garden?
Oh, my pussy?
No, where you guys were having
We're at P.F. Chang's. We're at P.F. Chang's.
I just want to get all the details.
Why'd you...
Well, what's wrong?
I don't know.
She doesn't like how we treated her vagina.
Yeah.
I'm starting to notice.
No, I actually...
What do you think we were going to do with your vagina?
You know what's funny is I get 39 cents per one sold. That's all I got. I just got checked the other day for a couple $100. It's pretty cool. And I'm like, I wonder what guys really do with it.
Well, ours is a pencil holder.
It's a pencil holder and a mousetrap holder.
But what do you think? Do you think I want to know if guys really take it and put it on?
I really don't know, man.
I'm sure
do you build a girl around it?
Yeah, it's
do you hold
creepy.
It is, it's...
I guess if you wanted me to go with this, I would have to build some kind of a
Jimmy
body
try
around it.
Let's get a testimonial from someone who uses it.
Someone needs to
I loved it.
Didn't Jimmy try it out?
Fuck you, rubber vagina.
I thought Jimmy tried it out.
No, he said he was gonna, but
yeah.
Well, we need him to try it out.
Well, I don't know if we could try that one out anymore. And we got a bunch of psychos around here that would try it out.
You should make an intern try
Should we
it
ask
out.
Bill? Intern Bill?
Bill would.
Yeah, let's see if Bill would do this.
My stomach dropped for half a second.
No, not Bill Burr.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Am I above the line on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm calmer today. Have you guys noticed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why's that?
Oh, I took a Xanax last night, so it's still kicking in.
Last night?
I took it 3 in the morning. I'm like, whoa.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, what's going on?
You know Mary Carrey?
Hi,
Oh, yes,
Bill.
I met her before.
She's a huge porn star, though.
Oh, yes.
She got national attention for running for
Governor. I'm going to run again, too.
Yeah?
I'm going to win this time.
Of course you are.
Nice.
And you think she's hot? She lost a lot of weight.
Wow.
She wants
Oh,
someone...
I moved. Let's do it again. No, let's do it again.
Do what again?
Pictures. She moved.
I moved.
All right, Bill, she's got a fake vagina.
Mm-hmm.
Is that you breathing really heavy?
Yeah.
I think it's me laughing.
Mary, what was wrong with your teeth in the first place?
Oh, okay. Well, you wouldn't notice this so much in pictures, but these two are a little shorter.
Yeah.
And on video on news shows, they looked funky.
Oh.
So I kind of was like, one day I was getting a colonic, and I was like, I hate my teeth. And on the colonic table, I picked up the phone and was like, it's an emergency.
Wait, that's what you were thinking as getting a
as I was getting my colonic.
Water being flushed up your ass.
I love
God, I hate
colonics.
That's not what I would be thinking.
That's
I'd
what
be
I was thinking.
Holy shit.
I got done with my President Bush dinner, and I was like, new teeth. Are you looking at my old teeth?
I got the Allegheny going up my.
Right. Jeez. All right, hold on. We're gonna wrap all this stuff up. But all right, why did you go get a colonic first of all?
I get them all the time. Tawny got me started on them.
Yeah.
Because I'm extremely toxic, and they clean out. Everyone's got between 10 to 40 pounds of poop in them, and they rinse out the walls of your colon. And like if you're really toxic like I am, you've got a lot of toxins connected to your poop. And so I go to get my toxins flushed out.
It brings your energy down and all that.
Yeah, like it's like it feels cleaner. Like my friend Jessica, who really does a lot of drugs, hers comes out pitch black. Even that's how toxic.
Really?
Oh, it's like tar.
Yeah, it's like that's what they said.
See,
and
what's the word on colonics? I mean, is it? I'm hearing it's like voodoo crap. It's like they can't really prove that it does anything.
I'm gonna make Max. I waste a lot of money on those. I hope they work.
Well, a lot of people say that there's tremendous health benefits, and other people say it's just a crock of shit.
Did you say voodoo and a crock of shit? Yeah, that's good.
Are you guys coming to Vegas this year? Are you guys coming to AVN again?
I don't know if we're gonna be.
Oh, that was exciting.
There.
I was so high. Remember?
We got in a lot of trouble out in Vegas, so I don't know.
Did?
The company
Steve
might not.
and Jimmy liked it. Yeah.
I want you guys to come back.
Yeah, we might make it there. So walk us through the colonic.
Okay, it's great. They lube your butt. Lube your butt. That's my sign. And they stick a tube in your butt.
How far?
It's like about maybe like how many inches is this? I don't know. It's like
about 7.
Is it like in and
it's
out,
like that
or
big.
they just like insert
No, it's
it?
like they insert it in, and I had never done anal, so it was my first like anal. Well, now I have since I've gotten colonics, but my first colonic I hadn't.
Wait, when did you do anal?
With my new boyfriend.
Aw, how cute.
Oh,
that's so nice.
You had never done anal.
Did you get a card or anything for it?
I always says wait till I was married. Did he get a card? No, but I always says wait till I was married, and I met him, and I think
hard
we're
to find that one in the Hallmark section.
I know.
Isn't it?
Happy anal.
Where's the card for ass sex?
So you've had anal.
I've had anal now 3 or 4 times. I'm not sure.
I don't want to write greeting cards.
And I swallowed cum for the first time.
Right.
A nice little poem.
Yeah, that's what we got to think of now. The poem for the...
What rhymes with anal?
Right, that's what I'm...
You saved your ass for me.
I did. Well, I wanted to save some orifice,
Oh, that's so nice.
So I saved it.
Must be a special guy.
He's very special.
Is he a big guy?
He's here.
No, I mean, his...
Oh, is he big? Yeah. It's about, 9 inches. He's going to do a porno with me, so you guys will all get to see it soon.
All right, so before you had the ass sex, you...
had a colonic.
You had a colonic, which was the first thing that was up your
it's about the size of this marker, and they stick a tube in your butt, and then your goal is to try to hold water in you for a minute, or 2 minutes, depending on how
your
fast.
mission, should you choose to accept it.
Well, no, you most...
We got our TV pitch!
Oh, that's it. Side of the bus.
Side of the bus. And can you hold it for a minute?
But you still have the same face as like, huh?
On arts and entertainment.
I
I
smell
bet you
bit,
guys
I
do,
smell bit.
You're all 20-seconders here.
Oh,
it's
wow.
like the water goes in.
Is that good to be a 20-seconder?
No, you want to be a full 60 seconds because...
Do they give you something to hold on to?
Oh, well, there is a hospital
hold my hand,
railing.
man.
I pedal my arms
the colonic,
like this.
man.
I go like this.
Can I imagine that you would be...
pedal your... They must have
They laugh at me because I'm
bloopers. Like dumb shit that people...
My boyfriend, the first day he called me, I was like, I get colonic.
All right, Saget hosted.
No, when my boyfriend called me for the
Here's
first
a
time, I
colonic
was
gone
getting
bad.
a colonic. No one's listening.
No, we're listening.
No, we're
Relax,
listening.
man.
Believe me.
He calls me up and he goes like, "Hey, this is Harold." I go, "Hi, I'm getting my ass cleaned right now," and that was like our introduction.
All right, so the tube is up your... I got it.
See, that's why we were talking.
Pleased to meet you.
Someone's laughing out there. Just because we don't laugh doesn't mean
I
someone
know,
doesn't
it hurts
enjoy
my
that.
feelings. Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
No one laughs at my shit in this studio, but I get some fan mail every once in a while.
You hold the power of
every once in a while. All right, so it's up your ass. How much water do they blast into you?
I don't know, like a minute to 2 minutes, depending on which place you go to. It's enough to go from your whole colon. Your colon's like 1 billion inches long.
A billion inches long.
Roughly.
Or about...
Give or take.
20
trillion
feet or something.
Okay, that's it. That's fine.
Okay.
And the water goes in, and then they go, "Are you full?" And you go, "Yes, I'm full." And then they push a button, and then it flushes out poop. and you can watch your poop come out.
That's the fun part.
And they do it for about a half an hour
Does
long.
it look like that Tool video Sober, where that little animated guy is pushing that shit through the pipe?
Well, sometimes you see weird things.
I love that.
You gotta last a minute. Steady.
Like,
Steady. Watch 'em, boys.
You guys all have to get one. I really like them.
Yeah, well, you've talked it up so much. Sure.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm going
Sounds
today.
great.
I mean, I just love them. I feel a lot healthier.
Did you see anything come out?
I've seen just like corn, the basic stuff. I mean, I'm always like, do you see? I always
Dignity. I mean, what else came out of there?
Your boyfriend's sperm.
Right. No, this was before that. So.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
well, no, now I still get him with him.
PCR tape.
I still get him with him.
All right, so and now you're just watching stuff come out, right?
Yeah, you just watch your poop come out, and then it's like it's.
What do you mean just what? You got to go into the bathroom, right?
No, they like
it's
the
a glass
tube. You're like
tube
laying
or
on your
something.
side, and the tube's next to you.
They made it a spectator.
I have them.
Why?
Well, me and Tony used to watch each other.
Brilliant, Anthony.
Why?
In the old days, I'm sure it was just a tube. You didn't get to see. Now you
rubber
get to.
pipe.
Now you get to see the stuff leaving you.
No, in the old days, they would take a reed. They would insert it in their ass. I actually saw this right on the internet.
A reed.
They would insert it in their ass, and they would stand with their back to the river as it rushed. That's what they would do. Then you would see salmon coming out.
Right. You see any old high school rings come out or anything like that?
I don't get it.
Nothing?
No.
High school
She didn't
rings.
get it. I got it. I thought that was very funny.
All right.
Not that it was just one either. It was high school rings clanging away in the pipe as you watch it go by. Clink, clink. Class of 78.
1992 county champs.
I was born 1980.
She must have swum up from the Gulf. This ring's from Florida.
Sorry. This is very serious talk. So then, do they weigh you before and after? Because that would be the thing.
Oh, that would be an indicator, wouldn't it?
No, but you know what? Because how much poop you lost. That's a good point.
Yeah, because you said it's like 10 to 40 pounds.
Well, you don't get out that much at once. It takes like a lot of them to get out that much poop.
Yeah.
And it depends. Like back when I hung out with Tawny and I weighed more, I was eating so much Taco Bell. I was just getting off the current Taco Bell.
That must have been.
But like now they don't
see a chihuahua go through the tube.
I get that one.
Yeah,
no, but now
very
it's like,
good.
and they're more painful if you don't.
Shooting very low. Yeah, I just lowered that bar.
If you don't eat as much, it hurts more.
Yeah.
A lot of shit comes out.
I got it.
Shit, decided to talk on a third grade level for the rest of this hour.
Third. That's where we started the show.
All right, so
now you guys are treating me like Tawny. That's
we're not.
You can hold your own.
I'm not.
Here, come over. I want to tell you something off the mic.
No, I said to her. No, I said to her. Okay, take your headphones off, and I can't hear you.
Yeah.
She doesn't even remember this.
Actually, that was really brilliant on your part.
I know. I was pretty smart, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
And I was drunk too.
Yeah, I think people thought you were as dumb as she was, but you were actually helping us with the bit.
I know, but they.
I guess we could tell people that now.
Well, because you guys saw that I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
I do it to her all the time. Actually, she never gets it half the time.
yeah?
I make fun of her.
All right, so the colonic was nice, but she said colonic teeth were. Oh, while you were getting the colonic, you decided you had to
get my teeth done.
That's
because
what
I was like sitting there. I got done with all my news shows, and I was like, "Gosh, I don't like my teeth." So I picked up my phone. And I called the dentist. Like, it's an emergency. I need new teeth, and they scheduled me at 7 a.m. the next day. And my boyfriend drove me there, and they grilled these. They drilled them down and put these in.
You called a dentist and you got an appointment the very next day.
I told him because I was going on a radio show a couple weeks later, and then they rushed me in.
I got a radio show to do, so
I pulled a whole I have a show on Playboy TV. You got to let me in, and they let me in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I didn't like him. I was like, then I went crazy and told the dentist I was going to shoot his brains out because I wasn't used to the big white ones, you know.
Did you show him your tits in the
I didn't,
chair?
but they were big.
It's like her last talk about sex too. I wasn't used to the big white ones. You had a lot of NBA.
No,
cock.
my boyfriend now he's white, but he looks like a basketball player because he played in college.
I did.
And then he got injured, and then but I'm trying to get him to play overseas, but he doesn't want to.
No.
He thinks there's not enough money.
You want him to go overseas so you can watch the NBA like you used to, right?
No. Well, now Tawny's gone because Tawny's got her, she has a pimp boyfriend.
How do you date a pimp?
Her boyfriend, she turned him into a pimp. Basically, she had old hooker clients. She gave him the numbers, and now he books her and her friends. And then the best
turnkey business.
So she's out of porn?
Yeah, Vivid dropped her, so she's done with porn.
How did you become a pimp? I just sort of fell into it.
No,
you can be a pimp
Hold on.
And it's as easy as just finding a whore.
No, he found the whore.
Take out ads in the paper.
He found the whore, and she had whore friends.
Well, what
And
if
he
someone
booked them.
doesn't treat the whores properly? Who's going to come down
You know,
there
I don't
and
know.
do
I
something?
don't see. I wouldn't be scared of him because he's kind of like.
You got to know how to
saying.
smack down a bitch.
Yeah.
He does. He smacks her around. She's
Yeah.
got stitches over her head. The other day she was locked in her bedroom. The best was she decided to do a hooker client behind his back.
Uh-oh.
And
pimps
she ended
don't
up
like
falling
that.
down in the bathroom in the hooker client's room and cutting her head open. So he didn't know what to do.
God.
So the boyfriend had to go get her. And he was mad that she hooked behind his back.
She's such a great-looking girl. You could just see her, like, tumbling into really nastiness. Wow.
It's
that is
crazy.
So bad.
It's absolutely crazy.
Hey,
Can't she just find some
It was basically
rich
from
guy?
Opie and Anthony. She went downhill. You know what I mean? It was like downhill from here.
From here?
From here, you can't. This is sea level.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Matt in Illinois. Matt.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
Hi, Matt.
Got a little poem here I thought I might try to read. Might fit in here.
You notice how much confidence we have in our listeners? I got a poem. I'm going to help you guys out with the show, and all we can come up with is, uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
All right, go ahead, Matt.
Car crash ready, right? You shove that tube right up your ass.
Hold on.
I want to give it to him mid-sentence.
Yeah, hold on. Go ahead.
I know it's going to stink. Go ahead.
All right.
Jerry from Jersey, after Matt, might have the line of the day, but let's see what Matt has. Matt's the opening act. Go ahead, Matt.
You shove that tube right up your ass, push the button and the water blast. Poop, toxins, sperm, and corn, all of this because you're in porn.
I like it.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be like a love thing, you know? You go to the card store when you need to show Sweetie you love her. And all we're thinking is there's a lot of girls giving up the ass and they deserve a card. So we want to go in business and get these greeting cards out. We'll have some other people try a poem, okay?
Yeah,
I actually
Very
thought
good,
that was.
Matt.
I like that poem actually.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if we liked it. The hot piece of ass liked it, so you're in good. You're all right, Matt.
All right.
All right, let's say hi to Jerry in New Jersey. Jerry, go ahead.
Opie, how you doing?
All right, Jerry.
Good. I'm hoping that maybe Eric can consider an ass colonic. It may lead to better breath and a visit to the dentist.
Oh, shit.
You're saying, like Mary Carey, that Eric should go get a colonic because then that would make him go to a dentist.
Apparently, it triggers something in the brain where it actually sends you to the dentist, and that may help Eric out quite a bit.
So wait, who's Eric?
He needs one.
Eric is...
You guys were mean to him last time I was here, I think.
Yeah, it's a running
That's
thing.
who
It's a running thing we do.
It's a running gag.
Aw, Eric.
But we do like him a lot.
That
and
just
he works
makes
really
it worse.
hard.
Yeah.
When you get trashed by a bunch of guys and then a girl goes,
Well,
Because
I
it's
feel
that,
bad.
I'll never fuck you, but, I feel
Can
sorry
you give
for
him
you.
a motherly thing? He deserves it. Like, just have his hand on your bosoms and you just go, oh.
My boyfriend's here.
Yeah, but he's not going to lick her.
I have a boyfriend
Why is he
now.
standing up? Relax. We're not doing
Is
anything.
my boyfriend here?
I don't know.
Where
Some
is he?
white dude just stood up and
No.
stared at the studio door.
My boyfriend's not crazy like
That
that. He
white
probably
shadow
he's probably not
running
even listening. He tunes me out a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I can see that.
Thanks a lot. He says he learns to like, zone me out.
Really?
what'd you say?
Yeah, what?
Fuck you. Shut up.
Our listeners are doing the same thing,
You must
coincidentally.
just talk all the time, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
What else?
And
is,
about nonsense. So.
what else is on your mind?
I admit it.
Hold on. Let's talk about like some of the stuff going on in the news. What's going on?
In the news, you want to see how much I know?
Yeah.
There was a hurricane named Katrina,
Yeah, what'd you
and it
think of the
demolished
hurricane?
New Orleans.
What do you think of that?
What do I think of it? I've been in Hurricane Andrew when I was 12, so I think that, that they could not have done anything better than they did, because it takes a natural disaster for the government to realize how to treat it, you know what I mean? Like, they weren't prepared. Now they're going to be prepared always, because they realize they made a mistake. It takes mistakes like that to realize
Going to be
better.
over-prepared
Actually,
now.
a good point.
I think
Bush did a good job responding.
I think they're beyond prepared, and if the hurricane was hitting a white neighborhood, they would have responded sooner.
I don't think so. They would have responded the same if it was. The only difference if it was a really rich neighborhood, they would have had more connections, so they could have called people better. But
Did the glass tube in the colonic look like a St. Bernard parish?
it's actually not glass. It's like The tube is plastic.
Yeah.
The plastic tube.
Very similar to the levee break.
The levee break and just muddy water with oil slips in it.
That's what happens after you hold it for a minute.
Yeah.
The levee breaks and the doctor has
do
to
you
run
guys
out of the
think
way.
the hurricane was
Shoppers evacuating.
Homeless people floating down inside.
Yeah, do they have like a little...
Oh, that's
Do they have a little kiddie pool when you're ready to let it go?
I don't know. It goes into this big contraption, and I don't know where it goes.
Contraption. You with your technical medical jargon. Contraption.
Okay, you guys, the colon is like billions of feet long. And insert this tube. Contraption.
Let's say hi to Jeff in Missouri. He's got a greeting card for Mary.
You guys.
Hey, Mary, what's going on?
That's funny. Sorry.
You like Bill Burr? He's a funny guy, right?
Yeah. I miss Jimmy, but I like Bill.
Well, Jimmy's in L.A.
He's too cool. He's in
in L.A. doing an HBO
He's a
series.
big TV star.
He's becoming a huge star in front of our eyes.
That's the consensus, and that
From
couldn't
hosting the
work out better for
ABN
us.
show to Opie and Anthony
Miss
to
Jimmy.
HBO.
I like Bill.
Like Bill.
Perfect.
I like Bill. Bill, I like you.
It's exactly what we were hoping for. People miss Jimmy, like Bill.
That's all we wanted.
All we wanted.
All right.
Miss Jimmy, hate Bill would have sucked. Don't miss Jimmy, love Bill. That would suck too. Have a lunatic on our hands trying to kill us and trying to kill Bill.
Kill Bill.
Fucking head. I want to
spit in
your face.
I want to spit in your fucking face.
Jeff, Missouri, go ahead.
Hey, greeting card should say, I really think that you are super. Would you stick it in my pooper?
Oh, that's like the pre-card.
The pre-card.
Like to try to soften the beaches.
I kind of like it.
Soften the beaches.
Soften up the
Make you feel
beaches.
special, wouldn't it?
All right, that's
I like
good.
that.
But I think we're thinking of the greeting card you'd have to get after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hear when like women give birth, they get a nice little what is it called, a tennis bracelet?
Yeah.
That's the thing to do.
Uh-huh.
If you're like a nice guy, you're supposed to go out and get her something for giving birth to your child. There
right.
has to be something that you could give the ladies after they give up the ass.
When they're crying
Like,
in the fetal
thanks
position.
I didn't cry. It hurts to poop the next day, though, after you take it in the butt, man. It hurts to poop.
In the shower in the fetal position. What did I do?
I can't even talk to my parents.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
You know, a lot of girls in porn I met give it up in the butt first because they want to save their vaginas so the virgin's longer.
Yeah.
Like, I met a girl who
They're
did
called ladies. Excuse me.
They're called technical virgins.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take
Where's
it in
our
the-
technical virgins commercials?
We have some?
Hey, we got more greeting cards coming in. Now they're coming to the table. Let's say hi to Sean in Florida. Sean?
How you doing? I've got a card for y'all.
All right.
The sex has been so banal, I'm glad you gave up the anal.
I was going to rhyme anal with banal, but I didn't know what banal meant.
What does that mean? Does that mean boring?
You kind of know what's coming, though, when you use a word like that.
Yeah.
Well,
it's got to be one of those things where you're going to guess that it could be 3 or 4 different words.
Right.
When you say
I know.
banal, it's like...
Banal.
I just picked up a sock.
Now I want some cock.
There you go, Mary.
I got it. 3rd grade level.
Jesus. Let's go to Pennsylvania. Jeff, help us out.
Hey, it doesn't mean that you're a slut because you let me screw your butt.
Oh, I like that.
Hold on, he had a second verse. Hold on.
Start over.
Oh,
my God.
Hold on, he had a second verse.
Mary
though.
talks too much.
All right, go ahead. Start over.
It doesn't mean that you're a slut because you let me screw your butt. It shows that you have got real class to let me fuck you in the ass.
Class ass. Kind of knew it was coming. If I could just pick it apart a little bit.
All right, punch it out.
No, that wasn't
Yeah,
bad.
but he
I thought it was pretty good.
had enough to fill up the inside of a card.
It did. 4 lines. I liked it.
What kind of picture on the front of the card?
I don't want one of the fun ones though.
Oh,
like the
that's-
pop-up ones. You open it, a big ass pops up in your face.
Yeah.
By some wacky way they move the paper, it pops up.
It all depends on what her reaction is. If she really didn't enjoy it, you just got to have you kind of shrugging your
It should
shoulders.
pop up as a gaping
Yeah.
hole, though, not
On the
like a little
cover.
butt. It should be
The
gaping.
guy just kind of shrugging his shoulders. I thought you'd like it. Sorry to hear about your anal sex.
The front of my card, I would get a really good artist to make a heart, but if you look really close, it's actually an
asshole.
That's cute, too. I would like one of those.
But it's
My
one of those
boyfriend didn't
trick
give me
cards.
one.
You have to look a little closer.
Yeah,
Go,
a little
oh my
closer.
God.
An optical illusion.
Wait, the stairs keep going.
Around what? Is it 2 people looking face to face or a vase?
Or the Truman
Hell.
the Truman Show poster where it's a bunch of little pictures, but you stand back, it looks like
and
a big
it's
one.
the big
So
picture.
it's a bunch of stand back, it's a heart. You go close, it's a bunch of little assholes.
Little assholes making up the bigger picture.
Mary, you really started a bit here. Let's
Yeah.
go to Ron in
I love
Pennsylvania.
this. It's
Go ahead,
funny.
Ron.
Yes, I got a poem for you.
All right.
Last night was great, and you were cool. Thank you for letting me push in your stool.
Hey,
That's
see?
kind of cool.
The old pushing your stool
I didn't know
gag.
where that was going at first. Very good.
Okay.
Let's go to JD. JD.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
You get that picture on the front of your car that you're talking about, and then it opens it up, and you simply put in there, thanks for letting me fuck you in the ass.
You just hear like,
I love when they get mad.
phone hang up. Fuck you, I tried. You and your fucking show.
You know, they got
Don't
like-
listen anymore. He changes
Yeah,
the station
yeah.
because it just reminds him of how embarrassed he
Yeah,
is.
fuck this XM shit. He's pulling out wires right now.
Fucking Roadie 2 is going out his window.
I'm back to that stupid local station called the Fox. Fuck these assholes.
Close up on the Roadie 2 laying on the line of the highway and it's a truck tire running it over.
You know, they got like 5 or 6 different copies that they've crumpled up. Like, no, this is the gem.
Yeah. I got it now.
So cute.
Fucking assholes.
Fucking guys.
I knew there was a reason why I hated them. Fred in Ohio, what's up?
Hey, I got one for you.
All right.
You got looped up and watched corn pass and came straight home with some squeaky clean ass. That bad, huh?
No, I like it.
We got to end up on an up note here.
Yeah.
John on Long Island.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, John.
Little Bill. Here's my little card. I love you, honey, for giving up the back door and letting me fuck you like a whore.
Oh, I like that.
A little anger, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gotta be sweet.
Yeah, you're trying to
the
make
act
it feel
itself
better.
is horrific, so you want
Horrific.
you want to tie it together with a sweet card. That's the gag here.
They never get the point.
Dice.
Hey, hickory dickory dock, Mary was sucking my cock. Sorry, I put it out.
Oh, he didn't. Punching out.
Did you hear his voice quivered on cock when he lost all his confidence?
No confidence left.
Hickory dickory.
He punches out while his family is accepting the folded flag. Casket's going into the ground. Punching out. No, you're not.
Jets are already flown
I
over.
love all
Yeah,
these. I love
missing
these.
man formation. Punching out. No, you're not.
Let's say hi to Jason in Green Bay. Jason.
Hey, you got to make it short and sweet. The birthday card goes like this. My birthday would be merry if I bust your asshole cherry.
Aw, that's cute.
A little holiday.
Christmassy.
Did he
right?
make it went like this?
All right, let's go to Justin on Long Island. Justin.
Boys, what's going on?
Hey.
Billy, I got a question for you. Bill.
You need to set him up, Bill.
Yes.
Oh, God, now it's shit now. Do you want to go to the colonic store and get a colonic for your asshole?
It's like 1 billion feet long.
All right, now he's listening to me. Okay, well, we're going to take a break. We'll go to...
I just never trust him.
Huh?
I never trust him.
No, and
They
you
call
shouldn't.
up. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, I got a
Bill.
question for you.
Bill, Bill?
Yeah, I'm not going to help you.
Yeah, click. You got the motherfucker, did you hear it?
Now you're a cunt.
All right. In honor of this discussion, we'll go old school with Stephen Lynch and play Gerbil.
Do we have to really honor the discussion?
Yeah, why not?
You know, that discussion was so... We need to honor it with a statue and song.
It's going to be one of our accomplishments. We're going to have a poster in the studio of one of our
Of
accomplishments.
course we will. Great.
More with Mary Carrey in just a bit. And I think Mick Foley's going to join the program. He was supposed to be here about a half hour ago.
Wow, man, that's it's impressive. I'm not even joking. Mick Foley is like a...
Of course.
he's a god.
Cactus Jack.
Lost his fucking
What does he
ear.
do?
He gave up his ear.
Mankind.
Mankind, the old wrestler.
You ever
He's
watch
not old, but
wrestling, WWF?
meaning old because
No.
he's not doing it anymore, but he's now an author and doing
Wow.
very, very well. Yeah. And
Well, I'm
he's,
excited.
he's another old friend stopping by for the first time since we've been back on radio.
Wow.
They're like
Actually-
basketball players, only they're all not fucking you.
He had his ear torn off in a match.
No way.
I
Mike
actually
Tyson
read his
or...
book.
I read
Yeah.
that.
Fucking great book.
Wasn't it great? I
Yeah.
read that on vacation.
Well, now I want to read it.
His autobiography is really, really good.
Slow down, Mary.
Yeah.
I'm going to read Jared Jameson's book first, and then I'll read his next.
Yeah? How about you start with Green Eggs and Ham? Nothing?
Okay, now you're treating me like Tawny again. Don't treat me like Tawny.
All right, I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. When you're right, you're right. Stephen Lynch, gerbil.
I bought a gerbil at the petting zoo. If Richard Gere can do it, I can too. I get undressed, I start to lube. I stick the gerbil in the end of the tube, wondering just how he'll feel. Will he like it better than his little wheel? Careful now, he's right beside me. One more inch and he's inside me. Go, gerbil, go. Burrow harder, burrow deeper. Be my little chimney sweeper. One thing I forgot about. How am I supposed to get you out? So now my gerbil's on Easy Street. It's warm and cozy and there's plenty to eat. The situation is beyond my control. Gotta find a way to get him out of his hole. I try crowbars, I try wires. I almost hurt him with a pair of pliers. I tried cheese, but he's not biting. I wish this wasn't so exciting. Go, gerbil, go. Jesus, I am such a sucker. Please get out, you furry. I think I am getting ill. Suddenly, he's very, very still. Now it's too late, my gerbil died. I guess I have committed gerbicide. Here's some advice, it's very clear cut. If you love your gerbil, don't stick him up your butt. Don't stick him up your butt. Little furry gerbil in your booty hole.
All right.
Wow.
The gerbil song.
Breaking news across the XM nation. XM now has 5 million subscribers. This is Larry King. Congratulations, XM, on your latest headline.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, congratulating XM's satellite radio on 5 million subscribers.
Hey, this is Robert Kelly. XM, I want to say congratulations on 5 million subscribers. That's a lot of fucking subscribers.
It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday.
How about that woman that took her shirt off?
It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. Show us your fun bag. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday.
Oh, this is fantastic. This is beautiful.
It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday.
Cancel your appointment.
It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday.
Stay out the bushes.
It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday. It's Whipple-Mouth Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Opie and Anthony, XM 202.
God, I love doing this radio show with my pals. Every day it's different. Today in studio, Bill Burr doing another great job for us. BillBurr.com, and you're going to be in Sacramento a week from what,
Oh
Thursday?
my God, I'm in Sacramento next week. I'm in Sacramento next week.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I am too.
That's fucking.
Oh my God, you should come to my strip club appearance. I'll come see your comedy.
Wait,
Yeah,
not this weekend.
Next week, the 4th through the 9th, I'm in Sacramento.
You just go around the cities and strip.
Yeah. Well,
Damn.
they pay me and I do shows. I just got arrested and got off on it.
Dude, you got to go to her thing.
I'll
She'll go to
come.
your
There
thing,
you
and then
go.
you guys call the show. We'll have a nice little thing.
No, totally come see me.
Well, Bill, where are you
That'll
going to be?
kill 8 minutes.
Where are you going to be in Sacramento?
The Punchline.
Punchline is what dates? A week from tomorrow? You start on Thursday?
Week from today, Wednesday.
You're going Wednesday through Saturday?
I'm Tuesday.
Wednesday through Sunday.
Wednesday through Sunday in Sacramento.
Brutal.
Excuse me. A week from
Awesome.
today it starts. Bill Burr in Sacramento. And Mary Carey, who's
I'm
a porn
there.
star, she'll be dancing where?
Gold Club Centerfold.
How great is it?
Actually, I have all the info. I usually don't. I'm real bad about putting info. I got it up on MySpace and I have it up on
BillBurr.com.
BillBurr.com.
How funny would that
Oh
be
my
is
God.
if the comedy people went to the strip club and vice versa because they get all the plugs.
We should do that because if you get in Tuesday, because you could come see me Tuesday night. Is that what you're off Tuesday night, right?
I think I fly in on Wednesday.
Oh. Well, you could come see me. My lash is like 2 in the morning.
Mary, they're lowering the blinds. That
So I
means
can
you're-
show my boobs?
That means you're in deep trouble.
Oh.
And we got to
Wow.
say hi, of course, to an old friend, McFoley. McFoley.
Yes.
Are you really not allowed to show your boobs in public?
No, we
I
don't.
mean here.
In the workplace, they call it.
We don't really get
Yeah.
it because usually when you have to lower blinds and stuff, that means there's women in the work environment. But it's all guys, and we still have to do that. So make your
so
own
weird.
conclusions of
Some
what the
of
hell's
them are-
going on
You know,
here.
how unfair is this? I make my return to O&A after a lengthy absence,
Yeah.
and I've got to try to compete with Mary
Oh, no,
Carey's
I'll be
food.
quiet now.
Can I
Well,
say...
it's not the being quiet. I'm
Yeah.
worried about. It's the flashing, the your
I got to say
love-
something that's going to be boring, but it has to be said. When Anthony and I got kicked off commercial radio, speaking for myself, I really found out who my real friends were. A lot, we get to meet a lot of people doing this radio show, and most people, they blew us off. It's just the nature of the beast. But this guy tried to hunt us down on more than a few occasions
Yeah.
to make sure we were okay
wanna
and
say
that we were
hello,
going to be
yeah.
all right in the end. And I just
Yeah,
want
that
to
was
acknowledge
really
that.
cool.
To everyone in the room and to our fans listening, this guy is a stand-up guy, man.
I'm glad the messages got through to you. It was kind of self-serving, though. I got to tell you, the third most depressed person when you guys were kicked off the air was me. Not the two of you, because I had a novel coming out a couple years ago, and I'll tell you what, the feedback I used to get from being on the show was so positive. I mean, I'd be driving down the road, and some guy would roll down the window or push a button, and the window would go down, and they go, "Love you on O&A, man.
Yeah.
Love you on O&A." And I got to be honest, I never heard that from Howard, back because I used to do his show too. I never heard you and Howard, but it was always O&A. So when it came to promoting the novel, I was just going to say, look, just find out what markets O&A are on, and I'll go there. You guys is going to be my one-stop shopping.
Oops.
And the other cool thing,
Obviously.
obviously he was huge in the wrestling world and decided to kind of pretty much retire at the time.
Yeah.
And you want to give writing full-time a shot. Your autobiography was absolutely huge, okay? But now you want to write fake stories, basically, okay? And
yeah.
I was on the train with him, Long Island Railroad, as he's coming into the city to pitch his the first book after your autobiography.
Right,
what was
right.
it called again?
It was Tatum Brown.
And I got to admit, I'm thinking, wow, what are the chances that you would actually be a successful writer? I'm thinking to myself,
Yeah, yeah.
but I was like all for it, and it sounded great and all, and we're riding the train together, and he's getting recognized like crazy, and there's just McFoley on the stupid, train going into the city hoping that he could get his second career launch. Turned out the book came out, it was definitely a success, and now you got another one.
Yeah, that's right, and there's a little thing in there you might be able to relate to being on. Can I tell you?
Yeah, go.
Where you went to school? Harborfield's guy, right?
Right.
This was one of the seeds that became this story was the Ward Melville Sachem post-basketball brawl of 1980. My dad was the Ward Melville athletic director. He had a reputation, he was gruff but lovable, but if you didn't know him, that whole lovable thing didn't really apply. And I remember flying down Jericho Turnpike while my dad was going to try to single-handedly break up this brawl. And so, in my story, it's Lloyd Milton in Lake Grove, because I'm not exactly kind to either school in there. But I thought you'd be able to dig that. It's from set in the Bronx for the first 8 years of the story. And, I did a lot of research because after 9/11, I realized, man, I'm a Long Island guy. I'm 50 miles, but like a world away from New York. And I really came to appreciate the culture and the heritage until today when I was stuck in 3 hours of traffic and I'm driving down thinking, now I know I hate this place.
Yeah,
I can't stand this city. Yeah.
There was a time we all loved New York again, but now we're all back to hating this fucking
You could
hole.
get to major cities in this country. There are some major cities you can get to if you live 500 miles away. Faster than you could get to New York City if you live 30 miles away.
I made it quicker to Washington from Queens. I was going from Mets game. Went down there a couple of weeks ago to promote the book. Did I just get a cheap book plug in there? Promoting Scooter.
Scooter,
my new novel.
Mick Foley's latest novel.
And I made that quicker than I did the Long Island to New York 50-mile trip.
Nothing worse than doing that. The trip from Boston to New York on Long Island. I go Boston to Long Island. You make the trip and you're like, man, look at the time I'm making. I'm flying down 95. I'm making great time. And then you just dead stop. You spend as much time going 10 miles as the whole trip.
Yeah, and from my perspective, you can't think of any cool wrestling interviews or any novel plot lines, any kind of twisted sex scene when you're hitting a break every 5 minutes.
And you're just freaking out because this idiot's got like 3 car lengths in front of him, the guy in front of you.
Yep.
Get on his bumper! You see somebody change lanes and get in front of you. Now I'm 1 car further from home. Thanks, ass.
You know what's even worse? I'll be finishing a gig and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking leave right after the gig. I'm gonna be driving at 3 in the morning. There'll be no traffic, and then all the state workers close off all but 1 lane and just create 5 o'clock traffic at fucking 4 in the morning.
4 in the morning,
just losing your shit,
yeah,
yelling
you're
at
dealing
them.
with just brake lights.
Can I go to the phone real fast? I'm being called out on something. Nate, Brooklyn, go ahead.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning.
Yeah, I just thought you should know that when you're talking to an author, fake stories are also known as fiction. Over and out, guys.
I gotta be honest, that whole fiction, non-fiction thing has fucked me up my whole life. I
always gotta take 5 seconds to be okay.
You always are thinking, wait,
False,
non-fiction has to be fake stories because it's non-story.
You're
Wait, no, but it's real stories and
well,
it should just be fake stories.
Here's the difference.
Mick, your book of lies. It's fantastic.
That's all it is lying on paper. And when you do dialogue, you become this, almost like schizophrenic guys. You have to go back and forth from a couple different characters. My next book, I'm actually going to write first-person narrative where I'm going to be a black woman growing up in the segregated 50s. And so I'm going to have to get into that zone where I'm going to have to feel like a black woman.
That's finally going to make him snap. He's going to be throwing the tennis ball against the wall.
Yeah. But I went from telling real stories about a fake world,
which would be non-fiction,
to telling fake stories about a real world. So this is this book's set in the very real world of the Bronx in the 60s. And there are some real characters. Joe DiMaggio plays a little role, like Joe Torre. Unfortunately, I learned if you want the Yankees to get behind a book about a kid growing up in the Bronx, then you probably shouldn't include Joe Torre, a younger Joe Torre, as the kid's go-to guy when he's trying to make his first sexual experience last a little bit longer. What I think is funny, Joe Torre is the guy. Remember the movie Tora, in the 70s? Well, the kid's actually thinking of that, but he's going Torre to try to get that one moment to last a little bit longer. Because guys like us, Mary, need that type of inspiration.
That's right. And you said you had some kind of porn book story?
That's a cute little thing. I'm just proud of myself because a couple of years ago, if I'd had someone like Mary Carey looking at me and flashing her ripe melons, I probably wouldn't be able to string a sentence together, but I'm doing okay, right?
You're doing great.
All right, good. I'm trying not to look too often over there.
Now I'm doing it.
Oh my! As Vince McMahon would say, oh my goodness!
My God.
All right, let me.
I like his style. He plays the shy gentleman.
That's great.
Jeez, I don't know.
He's a father, and
I haven't let one F-bomb.
Oh, you're
drop.
a father.
I forgot you could do that. You can do that on the show. Yeah, I'm gonna resist. I try to keep those. I try to use them sparingly and as a powerful verb once in a while in the Foley bedroom, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Do you still celebrate Christmas all year
round? I've got the Christmas room.
You read that in his autobiography, right?
Oh, that sounds like fun. I love that.
He has a Christmas room in his house.
I want to come. Can I come over?
What's in the Christmas room?
I'll have to check. You know what? It's somewhat overrated. It's a bunch of Annalee. I could call them dolls, but I'll call them mobility figures. But they're these kind of unique handmade dolls. They used to be handmade in Meredith, New Hampshire. Now they're handmade in China because it's apparently cheaper to do the painting over there. But they're these cool things, and I've got Christmas artwork up there and pictures of me with Santa when I was a kid, and a big frame photo of my kids with Santa, and some artwork people have done, Santa artwork.
Got lights? lights in there?
A little lights, some things. What I might do, and I just heard through the grapevine, D. Snyder got a hold of me. He says, "Yo, Mick, MTV Cribs was over here." And when I told them they knew you, they thought that'd be cool. Now, my house, I got to tell you, Mary, I have a nice house, but once you walk in, like, the whole illusion is over because I've got kids everywhere. We have a dog that pees on the rugs. So we had to pull all the rugs up.
No.
My dog pees everywhere, too.
It's like the barren, it's a barren, desolate place in there. So I may have to, like, rent some stuff if MTV Cribs comes over just so it looks like I've got cool things.
Looks like you've been to the furniture store.
Maybe rent out some Christmas stuff. But quick porno/literature.
I like it.
All right, I come home and I see something special in my mailbox, and I said to my wife, "Hey, guess who wrote to me again?" And she said, "Christy Canyon." I said, "No."
I love Christy.
Isn't she great?
Yeah.
I got a cool, rambling message from Christy on my machine. I haven't taken it off. It's like 8 minutes
She
long.
has the XM radio show for Playboy.
Can we play it on our show?
Yeah, I guess so.
Call her
She
right
doesn't say
now.
anything bad. Yeah, give her a buzz, but it's early over there. But I said, back to the correspondence.
Yeah, go ahead.
I said, guess who I got a letter from? She said, Christy Canyon. And I said, no, John Irving. John Irving's like one of our most beloved literary authors. So the only two people I officially have as pen pals who are famous are John Irving, winner of the National Book Award and Academy Award, and Christy Canyon.
I love Christy. I just met her a couple months ago.
I have not met her, but we were trying to.
Your pen pals, though?
Yeah, you know what? I read. All right, I'm going to give a plug for a book other than mine. That's unusual, but
She loves plugs.
I read. I read her autobiography.
I was hoping the comedian would laugh at that line, not the porn star, by the way.
It was
I was hoping that Bill would acknowledge that I might be funny, not getting a laugh from.
What are you saying?
That really sucked, because I look at Bill like, see, I got material, and you gave me nothing. Yeah,
Because
I was giving you the
anal
nothing
plug.
from you, and then she's laughing like a little schoolgirl.
Well, I love anal plugs, so.
All right, go
I'm
ahead.
just amazed people are still pen pals. No, that still exists.
It doesn't happen. It's not an email thing. It's
I can give you a number. Well, do you still have her number?
I've got the number.
I co-hosted her XM. She has XM radio
Right.
for Playboy. I co-hosted with her.
They're on hiatus now, though.
Yeah, they're on hiatus till January.
That's what she got around to telling me during that 7-minute message. Well, anyway,
How do authors pen pal each other, though? You just got to picture it's with a quill and the thing. My friend, I hope life is finding you in a place that is wonderfully. Like not just hey dude. Like all my letters start hey dude. Hey man. Yeah. Hey man.
Pen pal.
The worst.
I'm under a lot of pressure. When I was writing to Irving, it's like, oh no, I don't have an editor here with me to clean up my grammar.
Have
and
to,
stuff.
your grammar.
And I'm reusing language that I'd never use in day-to-day life.
Is it THIER or is it THERE?
Big run-on.
Did you start every new page with the big, extra large size letter?
Huge
with
letter.
The curly Q thing.
No, but after writing to Irving on just on just basic white
so loopy-looped, you don't even know what letter it is anymore.
Very truly yours, Sir Foley.
Sir Nick Foley. My travels have brought me to the Opie and Anthony program.
I said something because he had mentioned he didn't have a chance to read my book. Because if you look at the back of the book, some authors, I just blindly sent them out, and my editor said, I read your letters, they're very charming, but don't expect any kind of, any type of answer. And I got a call from Richard Price, the guy who did Clockers, which turned into a Spike Lee movie, and The Wanderers, you might remember.
Sure.
And he gave me this amazing quote on the back of the book that's far more literary than any of the writing in the actual book, And he also said, I'd like to get together with you sometime and trade stories. I said, oh, okay, trade stories about what? He said, about growing up in the Bronx. And I said, I didn't grow up in the Bronx. And he said, you didn't? Now, here's a guy. He didn't win the National Book Award like Irving, but he was nominated for an Oscar. And I said, man, that's high praise coming from you.
Can I tell you something? I just read the Richard Price quote that's on the back of
Pretty
Scooter,
heavy, right?
the new novel by Mick Foley.
While you're reading this, can I do this? Can I look
And
at
my
Mary?
brain
'Cause she's going to be impressed by my intellect. Okay.
My brain just exploded trying to figure out what he's trying to say.
I don't know what it means either, but it sounds great.
In turns, ashcan realist and operatic, lurid and heartfelt, sentimental and hard-nosed. Scooter is an absorbing tale of one kid's growth into young manhood via sports. Sports as an instrument of love, of revenge, of celebration, and of destruction. It also, most compellingly, offers an athlete's contemplation of pain and the unique brand of salvation that can come of its forbearance.
Yeah. Woo! Richard Price.
Holy shit.
But I got to tell you, while you were reading that quote, this should be one of my finest literary moments. You're reading this quote on the air, and I'm just staring at Mary's breast. Can't take my eyes off.
I kind of like your author photo that comes with the book.
Oh, wow. The rugged Irish poet.
Wow, you really do look like a,
It's like a cold day. He's got his jacket on, the wind's blowing.
The photographer said I had a great idea.
I love
In
that.
the name of the Father, headshot.
Doesn't it? Did he have a fan blowing the hair?
No, it was just right. It was January we took the shot, and the photographer, this same woman who, when I asked, she took my last shot when I had the real short hair, and when I asked, hey, could I use one of those shots? When I do these college speaking gigs, I do like 10 a year, and I needed a headshot. She goes, oh, of course you can, $1,500. I went, what? So I went down to my local place for $25 and got the 12 shots, and honestly couldn't tell the difference. But she's very highly respected. She said, I had an idea. I said, okay, what is it? She goes, why don't we go to the Bronx and we'll take that picture in front of Yankee Stadium? And after I agreed to it, I started thinking, it's a headshot. Opie, can we tell that I'm in front of Yankee Stadium?
I was going to say,
you are? Right?
You could have probably just stayed in your backyard there, Mick. You have no idea where you are.
Oh, my God.
I can tell it's cold and the wind is blowing.
I swear to you, I thought you were in the woods.
I thought I saw a lighthouse in the background.
Most of the pictures were nullified right away because of the mucus in the nose. It was a little nipply out there, as we like to say. Oh, let me tell you the Christy Canyon story.
Oh, yeah, I love her.
Have you read her autobiography?
I didn't even know she had one.
Lights,
she told me.
Camera, Sex. She wrote it herself.
Wow.
And
So is it like, what, third grade level like they told me?
No. It's very, you know what? So I
wrote
wrote her
crayons.
back. Somebody gave me the book. I wrote her back as an author, trying to tell her that I think you did a very nice job. And I said, and it read not so much as a sex story, but as a coming of age story with some action and adventure that just happened to involve a lot of graphic sex.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm looking at your breasts. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna cover.
Yeah, cover them up. So,
no.
I said, an author. That's much better. An author uses words much in the same way that an artist uses paint to illustrate characters. And I said, I thought your words did a very nice job of giving vivid illustrations of such people as Tracy Lords and Ginger Lynn and all that. And I wrote this nice little letter. So she got back. And now there's a great story in there.
Why didn't you guys ever use email?
It's two things I don't know how to do, Mary. I don't know
email.
Two things I can't turn on: a computer and a woman.
Oh, you can turn me on though. So.
Wow, that's just awful. Well, the phones, a lot of people have questions for Mick Foley.
Really? What are you, just clackety-clacking a typewriter when you...
The freehand.
Freehand,
you're
right.
It's like Have a Nice Day with 760 pages of notebook paper. This was probably about...
And someone had to, figure out what you were...
Yeah,
wow.
The deciphering process is tough.
Tim the Trucker.
Yeah, hey, I got two quick questions. Mick Foley, love you, man.
Thank you.
Hey, I want to ask you...
he means that in a rugged way.
On your book for truckers, can you get make your books for on tape?
You know
we can listen to them?
Yeah, the two of them are. Have a Nice Day is on tape, and my first novel is Tatum Brown. Excuse me, I won't do this one because there are a lot of accents involved, and I get foolish when I start playing around with accents.
You did the book on tape for your autobiography?
Yeah.
How long did it take to read 760 pages?
They abridged that thing, but I'll tell you what, it's no easy job when you go in there and try to polish that off in a day, because you have to start over. Anytime you mess up a word, you have to start that sentence or that paragraph over.
You have to do the whole book in one day?
Yeah. Well, I think I may have had 2 days with that one. That was a long one, but I know I did the novel in one day. And so chapter one, you're really starting off full of vim and vigor, and by the time you're done, you're like, It was a windy day.
Oh.
You have to read your whole book?
Yeah, you read that whole
hilarious.
thing,
You're all
man.
monotone. You started off with, once upon a time, out in the forest there was a rabbit and a wee little owl. By the end of it, and then the fucking bear fell down. And, you know,
I don't know what the fuck happened.
There's going to be another one.
You decipher this shit.
Read it yourself.
Hey, we got to ask you some wrestling stuff, man. Are you coming back?
Yes. Homecoming. This is WWE's big return to...
Can I walk you to the ring?
Network.
He's like, no.
Wow, that's not a
That's
bad
quite
idea,
an offer,
huh?
man. You know, I got to be
I'm
honest,
a good
Mary,
ballet.
the whole,
Could be a new
beautiful
character,
woman on
man.
my arm thing really has never worked with my character, but I could pass that by Vince. I could show him some of your previous work, and
I got some new pictures.
I'll pass along some nudies.
You at least get an interview.
And we'll see what we can do. But that's a wonderful offer. We can practice walking
I can wear my,
together.
we could be like the patriotic. Are you patriotic? I don't know.
Yeah, fairly patriotic, yeah.
I'm patriotic, so.
Man,
I wear a USA bikini a lot.
He lost his ear. And
Yes, yeah.
What kind? Do you have one new replacement? Or?
No, you
Can I
like that,
see?
don't you?
I want to see the no ear.
Yeah, she got new teeth. Let me see.
Nice. Yeah, I'll show you. I usually don't, but this is radio, so I'm going to start with the good one over here.
Oh, wow.
All
Perfect
right.
ear.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at
a
that.
nice ear. Look at
Perfect
that.
ear. That's perfect.
And then,
I've never seen this myself.
there's that other one.
Holy crap. The whole thing was
How
torn off.
How was it torn off?
bizarre gardening accident.
A little weed whacker.
No, I was in a match with a guy named Vader in '93, an international incident in Munich. I was doing a move, Mary. It was very, very dangerous, but I could pull it off because I have the strength and courage of 10 men. And I got my head.
Wow.
I might as well lie. She doesn't know.
Well, I was 13 in '93, so.
Okay,
I
well, you're
wasn't
13, so you can imagine the pain I was in as I felt the blood supply in my carotid artery being clamped off, much in the same way that a sleeper hold would do. And much like a bear who chews off its paw, or a fox, so you got me on that bear thing, fox who chews off its paw to escape a trap, I pulled out of the ropes, and my ear didn't come with me.
Oh, my God.
Right there.
I could have used some comforting that night for sure.
He's the
I'll
real
comfort
deal.
you. If I walk you to the ring, I'll comfort you afterwards.
He is the real deal, I'm telling you. So, really fast, because we're running out of show.
Yes.
We only got like a minute and a half left. The wrestling thing.
Homecoming, USA Network. That's the reason why so many fans started tuning in when we were on USA. It returns at 8 o'clock. I'll be returning along with Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and the immortal Hulk Hogan.
I want to start watching again. I got to be honest.
This would be a good one to do. I'm doing Piper's Pit. So
it's been a lull for about 3 years for us.
Been a little lull since I've been gone, but things are about to pick up.
That's very good. And the new book is Scooter by Mick Foley.
If you like your coming-of-age stories, sensitive yet violent.
And right on the cover it says,
a novel.
I like Mick Foley.
A fake story.
Fake
A
story.
made-up lie by Mick Foley.